border. I'm being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice order, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice hoarder, I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space.
Hi everybody, welcome to Higurashi when they murder. I fucking made it through my 5 minutes, hell yeah!
Murder!
I get 1 hour to fucking swear, bitches. Let's go. Anywho, yes, murder and hydration. Hi Wolfie, how you doing? That was some craziness last night, wasn't it? Now I have to prepare for another war this week. Yeah, yes it was. Last night was crazy in the metaverse. Wish spells happened and
Oh shit!
yeah.
Damn.
Memories were changed
Oh. Oh no.
across the entirety of the metaverse. That was the end. Yes, that was the end of the Black Ram arc because essentially, from what I can tell, Luna wanted to turn Black Ram into its own thing, separate of the metaverse, and stay away from it. And she wanted to remove herself from metaverse for a while to focus on her own projects like Black Ram and other things. So she decided to go out with a fucking bang and start a war, get everybody as possible involved, create a super cinematic world, and share, and then remove people's memories of the entire war and the people involved in it until she decides to come back with the Tower of Champions later on when she has more time. And it was pretty damn epic.
Fantastic. That's just fantastic. You know, it'd be like, you know what? I have to take a break from this. So you know what I should do? Start a war.
Start a fucking go out with a fucking bang. And that's exactly what happened. It was pretty damn epic, even though my computer could not handle most of it. But when you have like 38 player characters with their models blasting shit, it gets rough. But I healed a lot of people. I can at least say I helped I helped a little bit. And yeah, I'm excited for when Tower Champions does eventually come back and people get their memories back. Even though I'll miss Riza. I did enjoy Riza. But yeah. So until then, tonight we have some more murder! We get to murder some
Yes.
Higurashis.
Yes, that's what we're murdering. The Higurashis.
Yeah. People are confused with the ending, the whole scene.
I would be happy with
It's
that.
confusing. I'm not happy with retconning. Yeah, I mean, it's not... I can understand that it feels that way. It's not actually a retcon in the sense that, like, people... The things that happened still happened. They just don't remember who did it just yet, and people are allowed to fill in stuff. Though, with Misty specifically, we weren't making any knowledge or no knowledge of it mandatory. We basically just said, do what you feel your character, like, access this how you want. We don't want to take away player agency. We're not going to force anything on people. But essentially, Luna created a story. She created her way of taking herself out of things, and if people appreciate how that story was told or want to respect how she played that out, fill in things as they see fit within that thing. But no one will fault anyone for not following. And then other people will also, they might say your character is crazy for remembering it because they don't remember, but they're just following it the same way. So yeah, Black Ram was erased from everyone's memories, yes. At least everyone who was involved with the arc agreed to that by being a part of it. Other people are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. No one's going to fault anyone for it. But they also are going to act as their characters will act as well in regards to that. So as long as both sides are respected on that, I'm cool with it. Yeah, for those who were not at the war, yeah. Or those who did not involve themselves heavily in that arc. They should have their own player agency, and the people who were involved in the arc have their own player agency to choose to follow that. Oh yeah, they realized people lost body parts during the war, but now they attribute that to something else. Some other enemy that they fought. That's really all that changed. It didn't change what happened, it just changed the memories of who exactly did it. Or how
Before you
exactly
said
happened.
that, Flip, I just imagine, because, you said, racing memories. So I'm just thinking some, went to bed after the war. They had, I don't know, the hand cut off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they wake up and then no memories, let's say of the night before. And they're like, where's my hand?
Yeah. Black Ram hasn't been Thanos because everyone remembered that people disappeared, I believe, in the Thanos snap, right? Or did they not?
Yeah, everybody knew.
Yeah, everyone knew people left.
No, people knew.
And they're also not gone. They still exist. They don't remember the metaverse, and the metaverse doesn't remember them. So they stay apart. That was just basically her way of saying, okay, Black Ram is now a closed RP for me and my group, and we're not going to cross over into metaverse. And I don't want people taking or trying to jump into that without my knowledge, because I'm the DM of it. So she closed that book for a while until she feels like she can get back to it, which I can understand. And it's her story to tell, so whatever. I'm also not going to force anyone to follow the plan.
Following plans are hard.
You are the god of your own character. Player agency is important. We shall
What
see
a
what
way
the
to
future of the
say
metaverse
that.
and Black Ram in general is going to be. I mean, it's true. That's basically the rules of the metaverse. We're all our own DMs of our characters. We choose what we have them accept and don't accept, and what happens to them. I think that does mean Calypso is gone too for now. Whether she's just like a background NPC that doesn't show up and just like is talked about, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Because I know she did come from Black Ram initially, but I don't think like events weren't changed, just people's perceptions of them. So I guess we'll see. Like, I don't know if Calypso died during the thing. All I saw was her kicking ass from a TV screen. Calypso was fucking great. Yeah, Shark Girl. Anywho, sorry. This is a lot of information that David and Kayla have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah,
No,
basically.
but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
It was
Yeah, I
a
don't
very
mind.
cinematic experience in VR last night, even though, again, my computer couldn't handle a lot of it, so I didn't get to see action. I just stayed back at base and healed people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we have another war coming up this coming week.
Oh, right. You know, the next war, just next
Yeah.
week.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
next
one,
week.
yeah, the one that my group is at least DMing for the most part with the main DM of the arc.
Like,
Plague
I love
War,
it.
let's go,
It is-
Plague Lord.
Sounds crazy as hell.
Plague
Love
Lord's
it.
gonna get fucking wrecked. Let's go. Okay, but Higurashi, we're murdering people tonight. So, speaking of murder,
I
let's
mean,
go.
hopefully, no, we do want to murder that one person. You're right. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah, it's true. Even though everyone's trying not to this time because it won't help Satoko, really. Because we found that out that doesn't work when people murder him.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, last we left off, what did happen last we left off?
They
We
went
went
and talked to the CPS people, not CPS, what I'm calling CPS now,
It's basically
CPS
Child
people.
Protection
They're
Services,
basically
yeah.
CPS.
Yeah, the Child
and
Consultation
nothing
Center.
happened.
Yeah,
Ah, yes.
literally nothing happened. They said some people
Rika
came back
got
and
more
told to look at the
depressed.
case. It was a fucking sticky
And-
note.
and then it was on like their like lunch order or something.
Yeah, it was on the back of something. The fucking sticky note. They're figuring out their next steps because KG is like, fuck this shit. We know we can't do anything just yet. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna figure it out together again. Useless McUseless Center. Exactly. Thank you.
I mean, hey, Keiichi's being
KG's being a
Keiichi's
bard.
being not crazy. Yeah, he's being the
And
heart.
he's actually
That's the word-
not
that's
being
the term I was
useless
looking
for
for.
once.
He's being the bard of this the bard of this crew.
Oh
I
my god.
okay, Kayla. Keiichi's a lot of things. Calling him useless is a bit of a stretch. He does do things every arc. They're just
I mean,
generally very fucking stupid.
Very stupid things.
yes,
Yes.
but so it's useless in the long run. Like he's not doing stuff that are actually
Everything
helpful.
we do is useless in the long run, Kayla.
Okay, you know what? Accurate. All right, I'll give you that. Oh, battle music. Let's go.
Sorry
Wait,
for
what?
interrupting
We're
your
on
lunchtime,
battle
but can
music?
I have your attention, please? Oh, no,
we
this
sure
is
are.
KG.
What the fuck?
There you go, KG.
Sorry for interrupting your lunchtime, but can I have your attention, please?
My classmates
why-
looked at
why
me
do
with
we have-
surprise.
Why are we battle music going?
No. I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. Oh, I see, because we're doing the whole. We're apparently doing a Ace Attorney shit.
Yeah.
I need to get their attention.
You can listen while you eat. I want to talk about our classmates, Satoko Hojo.
Everyone went quiet as soon as I brought up her name.
This is very unfitting music right
Yeah.
now.
What? You're like, why? Why?
They all knew how bad of a situation Satoko was in. Remembering what happened to her last year, they understood how critical it was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Satoko if they could. But they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they alone could do.
They're also children.
Thank you so much
I don't
for
think
the
that there's
follow.
need. I don't think there's need for me to explain what's going on with her.
Legendary Anime JP fan, welcome! Yes, hell yeah. Higurashi is great. Let me... I forgot to turn on my chat bot. I always forget. 'Cause I had to turn them off early last night because I was pretty sure my computer was going to die. There we go. Turn shit back on.
I feel like you could script it to just start whenever you start OBS or something.
You think? I have a button on my... I just need to set the proper button for this game for my Stream Deck.
Alright.
It's usually what I
As
do.
you all know, Satoko's been absent for 3 days in a row. It's been 3 days since she got kidnapped by her uncle. He called the school and told them that she still has a cold, but I don't believe that. She hasn't even visited the clinic in these past 3 days. My classmates, think about this logically for a moment. If she's really that sick, why would he not take her to the clinic for 3 whole days?
It's hard to believe that she's been sick for that long. Yeah.
She might have the flu. But if that's the case, she should be seeing a doctor.
The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one had really come forward and talked about it. This was a good start.
Just think about it. Satoko is the healthiest girl in this village. She won't even get sick after eating food that's past the expiry date. But now she somehow got sick all of a sudden and missed school for 3 days? That's hard to believe, isn't it? These are really badly timed explosions.
Yeah, right?
The answer is simple. Her uncle is forcing her to stay home. We reported this case to the Child Consultation Center. However, they're putting it on hold. We went there, but all they told us was that they can't talk about it due to privacy reasons. What do you guys think about all this?
I think it's wrong. We all know her aunt and uncle were treating her last year. Besides, Satoko-chan was living happily with Rika-chan. It's wrong for him to force her to move out there and keep her away from us.
The sight of Rena letting her emotions speak for her, when she was normally so quiet, demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Rena brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things. Higurashi
Yes,
is a
you
long
do.
visual novel. I'm just finishing playing 13 visual novel games. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I can believe that. Yeah, we've been doing this for months and months now.
So long.
That we have. So long.
Are we just going to leave things as they are? Satoko is our friend. She's our classmate. We've spent time together in this small classroom, and we're like family to each other. We learned together, we played together, we ate together, and we fought each other at times. We spent so much time together that our relationship is as tight as a family's. Should we neglect someone who's that precious to us? Raise your hand if you want to neglect her. I'm sure none of you want to do that. No way. We must help Satoko.
Mutter, mutter,
Dude,
mutter,
They're
mutter!
kids! They're kids!
The class is filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I talked, the louder my classmates got. They were getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotions became as well.
Our club is already making its move. We're trying to figure out how we can save her. Did you know that, Tomita?
No, that I did not.
Let me tell you what our plan is. Don't worry, it's not something illegal. We're trying to fight, but without breaking the rules. In truth, nothing is more effective in society than taking an orthodox stand. I don't know how to feel about this. Playing underhanded and striking by surprise may seem more effective, but that's as insignificant as a jack-in-the-box. A real orthodox attack can punch through anything.
Yeah, I've heard that even in karate, a straightforward punch can deliver the greatest impact. When you think about the physics of it, it's only natural a straightforward, simple head-on strike would hold the most power. We're already doing the right thing by saving Satoko. Therefore, there's no need for us to do anything underhanded to accomplish that. We need to fight openly.
What?
What is going on?
I don't think that logic tracks.
I don't
But
know.
okay, as long as you're not murdering anybody else, kids.
So who are you fighting against?
That's a good question, Okamura-kun. This is a fight, true. However, we're not going to be violent with anyone. We're following the rules. This is the honest way to conduct a battle. Before we go any further, let me get back to just how we're going to save Satoko. This is the current situation. Satoko is there. Her uncle is locking her up inside the house. Apparently, she had no obvious injuries as of yesterday, but we don't know for sure if she hasn't gotten hurt since then. Besides, preventing her from going to school is already child abuse. Check this out. This is a brochure that Mion brought from the Child Consultation Center. It's written clearly in here. Keeping a child away from school is abuse. On top of that, her uncle left Satoko on her own for a year. That's considered neglect. Neglect also counts as abuse. However, the Child Consultation Center didn't even take that into consideration. They ignored the fact that he neglected her for 1 year, and they believe that she hasn't come to school because she's sick. They concluded that Satoko is not being abused because she had no obvious injuries at that point. What do all of you think?
Maibara-san, this is a blatant case of child abuse. Just because she doesn't have any injuries, that doesn't prove that she's not being abused.
I agree with him. How come I can't see it? It's so obvious.
From what Mion's heard from inside their office, 2 or 3 days isn't enough time to determine if abuse is taking place or not. Apparently, they can only recognize it as abuse after it has continued over several months or several years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She says they have to evaluate the situation very carefully. So, what do you all think about that? Do you think keeping Satoko in that house for several months is a good idea?
No way, no way!
Exactly. Absolutely no way. The child consultation has no idea how much danger Satoko is facing right now. They don't know how terrible it was for her last year. That's why they're just putting her case on hold. What would you do, Tomita-kun?
Sir, I think the issue here is that the Child Consultation Center isn't grasping the urgency of her situation. I think someone needs to go there and explain to them how serious this is. Right. It might be routine for them to wait and see what happens. But in Satoko-chan's case, that's not applicable. Her uncle was abusing her last year too. He was taking out his stress on her. After the death of her aunt, he left Satoko-chan all alone and disappeared somewhere for an entire year.
You know what? We even have information that he disappeared because he tried to move in with his lover in Okonomiya. What was Satoko doing while he left her? She was fortunate because Rika-chan offered her a place to stay. But what if Rika-chan wasn't there for her? She'd have had no choice but to try and survive on her own.
One sec, sorry.
Hold on. Oh no, they're going to give her obvious injuries, aren't they?
Oh, they better. No.
Oh god, no.
I mean, probably, but
Kudera.
no.
She
Which
wouldn't.
one's Kudere again?
The cool kind of like. The cool kind of calm and collected one, the quiet one.
Okay. Yeah, no, she definitely is. Yeah. Unless she's murdery. Or in a cute face.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
yeah,
she's
she has a
not.
cute.
I mean, she usually is Kudere, but then, you know,
Yeah.
you got the cute phase and then the murder phase.
Yeah.
But everybody has the murder phase.
Almost.
Everybody has a murder face. Sorry,
Almost.
Ember is kind of
Almost
sick.
everybody.
Okay. No problem.
Alright. Furthermore, we also know that he came back to Hinamizawa because his lover disappeared somewhere. In other words, she dumped him. He had no choice but to come back to Hinamizawa, and he forced Satoko to live with him again. Her neighbors have seen her doing the laundry too. The reason he took Satoko with him is clear. He took her so she could work as his slave.
Hey Zachar, how you doing? How could anyone do something like that? Is there anyone in this classroom that would call such a rotten person a parent after he spent a full year playing around with his mistress only to come waltzing back and throwing his weight around?
No! No way!
Doing pretty good.
Right! He's not her guardian, but the Child Consultation Center still calls him that. They claim that they'd have to go through.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's really quickly.
Yeah, the Child Consultation Center. They fuck.
Oh my god. No, David, no. No.
Just the people who work there.
Oh god.
Not the
Yeah, just the
children.
employees. Just the
No.
employees.
Just the employees,
Okay.
not the children. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
They claim that they have to go through family court in order to take away his parental rights. Who has the right to decide whether he's good enough to be Satoko's guardian? It shouldn't be the court. It should be decided based on common sense. I can say this clearly. He is not Satoko's guardian. We need to make that clear to the Child Consultation Center.
The Child Consultation Center is the only organization that can help Satoko before she's physically abused. The police won't move unless it develops into a criminal case. But do you think that we're going to wait until Satoko becomes a victim?
We can't just sit around until that happens. That's why we're going to make our move now. We hit the Okonomiya Child Consultation Center yesterday. This is what they wrote down after we did. 5 classmates of Satoko Hojo made a visitation to request her protection. Do you know what that means? 5 classmates are not enough. We need your help. We need all of you. This is your chance to do something meaningful in your life. If you don't help us, you're not our friends. All you have to do is support me. I will do all the talking, and our club members are going to do all the fighting. We just want you guys to support us. If that's not enough, feel free to join the fight. Let them know the spirit of the Hinamizawa Branch School.
My Barakun!
Oh my
what is
god,
going
the
on?
teacher showed up.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie.
Chie-sensei looked into the classroom, the commotion having attracted her attention. As soon as she tried to step inside the class, someone behind her stopped her. Principal?
Miss Chie, I would like to have some tea. Would you make me a cup, please?
Yes. Please spill the tea. Let's go. It was a clear display of his intent not to disrupt Keiichi's speech. Are you sure? There are a lot of young children in the class. If they all go to the Child Consultation Center, how can we explain it to their parents?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Rika.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kurude-san, what is going on here?
Everyone is trying so hard for Satoko's sake. I can't do anything, so I need their help. But I can at least try to stop you from stopping them.
Chie had never seen Rika staring at her with an expression like that. She was surprised to see Rika looking so determined.
Why would you want to stop them?
Principal? It's a principal.
I couldn't tell if it was him or Rika. This is splendid, isn't it? They should do what they can. I will take responsibility for whatever happens.
Alright, all the children are gonna get kidnapped, got it.
The principal pounded his own chest. Chie-sensei couldn't object any longer. I understand. Please make sure that no one gets hurt. You all must follow the rules and mind your manners. You have to promise me that.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud of you, Miss Chie.
My students are teaching me many lessons. Yes, I've made my decision. My students are like my own children, And what mother wouldn't protect her own children?
All right, head back out as soon as you get home today and meet us at the Okinomiya Library. The Child Consultation Center is on the first floor.
Yeah!
As usual, nailed it.
Oh yeah.
Wait!
Chie-sensei!
Sensei, are you going to try and stop us?
Certainly not. I truly understand your passion. I'm going to support you as long as you follow the rules.
Yeah! Nailed it again.
I'm coming with you to make sure you behave yourselves. Is that okay?
Yep.
So that leaves this chapter.
All right. Here we go. We're all getting fired up. We headed for the library as soon as we got back home from school. I'd expected a few kids wouldn't show up, but surprisingly everyone came along. I could tell just how driven they were. It was also encouraging to have Chie-sensei there with us. I had to admit I had been feeling a bit guilty for dragging everyone to the consultation center. But as long as Chie-sensei was with us, I didn't need to feel that guilt.
Maibara-san, please come to the counter.
Hello, I'm Maibara.
How can we help you today?
As I wrote on the registration form, we came to tell you about the danger Satoko Hojo is in.
How many of you are here today? And how are you all related to her?
We are Satoko's classmates and her teacher. There are 27 of us.
Well, our consultation room is not very large. Can we ask just a few people to come inside as representatives? Shouldn't you prepare a bigger room? Like a meeting room? I believe you should be arranging a room for us, not asking us to adjust to yours. Please give us a moment.
The receptionist seemed troubled. She told us to head back to our seats and started to make a phone call to someone. Good job, Renaissance. I consider myself a pro, and even I thought that threat was perfectly timed.
Oh, are you trying to compliment me?
Rena's good at reading other people's minds. Sometimes she can use that talent against the enemy to intimidate them. A strange atmosphere permeated the office. It must have been the first time a whole class had visited on behalf of one child. It was as though we were here for a school trip.
What a fucked up field trip that is.
Well, hello. I'm Harayama, the manager of the center. Please take a seat.
I'm sorry for bringing the whole class to your office. I'm Chie from the Hinamizawa branch school. We're here to talk with you today. They were treating us so differently now that we had 5 times as many kids plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they took us to a big meeting hall. On top of that, the manager was there alongside the lady from yesterday. I will let Maibara-kun do the talking. Chie-sensei sat down at the far end of the table. She was just here to look after us. Besides, like I'd said, we were the ones who were going to fight. It was fine if Chie-sensei just stayed there and watched us quietly.
I'm Keiichi Maibara. Nice to meet you.
Well, I've heard that yesterday you visited us with 5 of your friends to represent your valuable thoughts to us on Satoko Hojo-san's case. Are you here on a different matter today?
I hadn't expected that it would start that would start the conversation. What were they thinking?
I don't like how ambiguous this feels. It feels like they're debating on how to move, unsure if the fault lies with us or not.
Kei-chan, you should clearly tell them why we came here, and let them know that they're in the wrong. My friends were analyzing the situation behind me. It felt like I was having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. I was sort of the prime minister. I was representing the whole class. I needed to be polite but stern. All right, let's attack from this angle then. Kei-chan, tell them something like this. Got it? Mion gave me her attack plan. This really is how Mion operates best. If she's weak on defense, then I can bear the brunt with impudence, while Mion issues perfect orders from behind.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I took my friend's analyses and advice into consideration and calmly opened my mouth.
Now, first let me confirm something with you. We've come here to make sure that what we came to convey yesterday was properly conveyed to you. So I apologize if this seems rude, but could you please tell us how much you grasped from our conversation yesterday? It's alright if that just means reading a memo aloud.
They became quiet for a second. It might have only been a short time, but the silence felt much longer than that. I could see the manager's expression turning serious. He thought he was just dealing with a social studies class, but suddenly his response changed to that of one dealing with a protest group of local citizens.
From my understanding, we've acknowledged that you came to appeal the Satoko Hojo-san is in an extreme situation, meriting temporary protection from our agency, and that we should expedite our response. I believe that our staff at the time explained that we are not taking your situation lightly, and we are currently discussing the appropriate measures.
So, taking into account the fact that Satoko Hojo was suffering abuse from her uncle at this time last year, you still believe an urgent response is unnecessary?
Well, our organization has no confirmed reports that Teppei Hojo-san was administrating abuse at this time last year.
Mutter. What? What the hell were you guys doing last year? She was being abused by both her aunt and uncle. Please don't tell us that you were only aware about the abuse from her aunt.
Normally, we don't talk about such private affairs, but under these special circumstances, I think it's acceptable to say. We are aware that there was trouble between Satoko-san and her aunt, Tamaya-san. However, we have no record showing that her uncle was also involved in the abuse. In fact, when we interviewed her neighbors, several mentioned Tamaya-san's slight hysteric tendencies, but none ever brought up the name of her uncle, Teppei-san. We believe that's simply because his abuse didn't stand out under the shadow of her aunt's especially vicious nature. We do not believe that constitutes evidence that her uncle was not abusing her as well. I see. So you claim that there's a likelihood that Teppei-san also inflicted abuse on the child at this time last year.
The manager and his
Now,
staff.
I don't like the idea of judging people by the way they look, but have you seen Teppei Hojo?
Also, he
And
has to
how
have
he
some kind of
acts?
record in Okonomiya for his, for all his shady shit.
Yeah.
Literally has to.
Manager and staff behind him jotted that down with a pen as if to show that this was their first time hearing the information.
This is why we came here today. We believe the child consultation doesn't have a proper understanding of her present situation. We believe you should be able to see how urgent this case is once you fully understand it.
I see. We're taking that into consideration. Please allow us to do more thorough investigation into Teppei-san. We mentioned this yesterday as well, but her uncle has abandoned his responsibilities as guardian for over a year. We received no response on this information yesterday. What is your organization's opinion on this matter? Of course, our office is aware that Teppei-san was absent from his residence for a year, and we have interviewed him on that matter.
So what was his excuse? I mean, you can't talk about it for privacy reasons, but if it convinced all of you, it must have really justified leaving her alone for a whole year, right? If you believe living with his mistress in Okonomiya is sufficient reason for abandoning his responsibilities for a full year, then we would like to receive that in writing.
No. Is that what happened? He explained to us that he was forced to work away from home in order to raise Satoko-san. So this is our first time hearing that.
What the hell? They just believed that crap?
If it's your first time hearing that, then you should also know that Sadoka's been absent from school 3 days in a row now. While he contacted the school yesterday to say that she had a cold, the only hospital in the village, the Ivan Clinic, has no records of her being examined. What do you believe the proper response is for a guardian who refuses to take a child to the hospital when she's been bedridden with illness for 3 days in a row? Well, we've confirmed that she was absent 1 day, but 3 days in a row is news to us as well. However, our social worker met directly with Satoka-san and confirmed that the child in question denies the occurrence of abuse. When we asked if she wished to continue living with Tepe-san, she answered in the affirmative.
So there's no abuse as long as she says so?
That's one of the more difficult aspects. Whether the child herself feels she is suffering from abuse or not is a very important factor. It's much like the definition of bullying. While the bully may not believe that they are bullying, it is bullying if the recipients believe it is. So you can't do anything unless she admits that she is being abused and seeks your help herself? No, that's not quite how it works. Organization investigates the child environment, and if we find any problems that might harm their lifestyle, we take appropriate action to protect them. However, we don't believe Satoka-san's case had reached that level of danger at present.
No urgency at this point. That was exactly how the Child Consultation Center felt about Satoko's case. Our classmates who had been watching the discussion burst into an uproar. How can you say something like that? What makes you believe that she's not in danger?
First of all, Satoka-san denies the abuse. And not only that, she has no visible injuries either. Also, she's being provided with shelter, food, and clothes. We can't say that Tepe-san is not taking responsibility as her guardian. Both of them seem to have no complaints about their current living arrangements. We believe that we do not need to further discuss Tepe-san's past. But unfortunately, we also believe that you and your friends are overreacting to this situation.
Oh, overreacting?
Calm down, Keiichi-kun. Let's not take it too personally.
Damn it, why are they treating us like this? They think that we're only acting this way because of what happened last year. I see. The consultation center was assuming that this year's case and last year's cases were two separate issues. On top of that, Satoko was denying the abuse entirely.
Tepe-san regrets the fact that he had to leave Satoko-san alone because of having to go to work for her sake. He promised that he would stay with her from now on and raise her lovingly.
Bang! I heard a loud noise. Someone had just pounded the table. Everyone, including the manager, was startled. I figured it must have been Shion, but it was Rena.
Oh.
Whoa, her face had turned as furious as a demon's.
It's best for a child to live with their parents. Oh, this is...
Is this Rena?
No, this is definitely the person.
No, yeah, this is the person.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's best for a child to live with their parents. There are things you can only learn from the love of your family. We've heard that Satoka-san was living with another minor for the past year and has not been living under any adult. This could greatly harm her future as she is a sensitive, growing child. I'm sure that in your friendship with her, you all believe that she may be happiest that way. But could you please give Satoka-san and Tepe-san the opportunity to restart their new life as uncle and niece and watch over them kindly?
No.
What? Weren't you listening to any of the things we said?
You're saying that you're not going to help her unless Satoko asks for your help? How is she supposed to seek help if she's being locked inside her house? She can't even go outside or make a...
Wake up. Whoa, you died. Oh no. Oh, there you are. Okay.
We came here in her stead because she can't be here herself. But you're not even willing to listen to us.
That's not what we're trying to say. We remember that over 20 of her classmates visited to talk about Satoko-san's case. We'll take what happened today in consideration when we make further decisions about her case. When are you going to make the decision? Can you guarantee us that Satoko-chan won't get hurt before the decision is made? If something happens to her, will you take responsibility?
If she gets even a single bruise on her body, you're in huge trouble. Shion-san, that's enough.
Please, tell us when you make that decision.
That's right. How long is it going to take you?
Like I said, we need to take the matter seriously and make a careful decision. In order to do so, we will continue to meet with the two of them and investigate so that her and her father, I mean, her uncle, can have a better relationship. Please wait and see what happens for a while. We ask you to do so, for her sake. So that's your response? You're saying that it isn't urgent, even though we came here to tell you that it is.
I was starting to get lost in what they were trying to say, but Rena's words made me realize everything. We came here to tell them that they need to protect her right away, but they clearly told us that they didn't see any reason to do so.
We understand that there may be a reason for urgency. We'll take your opinion into consideration and make our decision. I hope that will satisfy you.
At first glance, it sounded like they were speaking humbly, but our insistence of the urgency to Satoko's situation was spinning their wheels. They had no intention of meeting us halfway. Right, they are officials. Plus, they have authority that can change the life of an individual like Satoko. Considering that, being a little overcautious and carefully deliberating matters wasn't the wrong response for them, and would have understood that if this wasn't so personal. But in reality, Satoko had no time to spare. We could see that, because we understood everything. We knew how Satoko would reject me after I rubbed her head because of the horrible abuse she got from her uncle. That nightmare will come true in just a few days. In that nightmare, I knew that I should save her, but I just wasted my time. I wasn't going to make the same mistake. I had to make a move immediately. Maibara-kun, did you say everything that you wanted to?
Yes.
That's it for today. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. Everyone, please bow to them. Class President, will you take the lead? Thank you very much.
No, thank you for your valuable opinions.
Yes. Very valuable. So
Yeah,
valuable.
very,
we're going to
very
throw the
valuable.
dumpster.
Thank you, everyone. Be careful on your way home. We all came back to Hinamizawa together, and it was time for us to part. As the class president, Mion gave everyone the notice we were dismissed. However, everyone stuck around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Hinamizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. Now that we'd gotten off of them, we finally got to say what we wanted.
This is the first time that everyone in the class has gotten together and fought for someone like this.
It reminds me of the dam conflict. Everyone's feelings are united. And that's true. None of these kids participated in the conflict, even though they might remember it from when they were a baby. But what we did today was more polite than what they did in the dam conflict. No one is bleeding and there are no bombs, all right, police?
Unity is the best thing about Hinamizawa.
That's true. This old man's blood is boiling for the first time in a while. The people in Hinamizawa all got together to fight against the dam project. Everyone working together as a team means a lot to the villagers here. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so. If there are 4, then 8. If there's 1,000, then a whole village should stand up and fight.
What's that? A figure of speech?
It's something that her grandma used to say. She was trying to tell the villagers to band together and fight.
When there's one enemy, 2 should fight together. And there are 1,000, the whole village should fight together. I see. She wanted the villagers to unite and defeat their enemies.
It means more than that. Uniting to fight together is one thing, but it also means the whole village should unite and fight for the sake of an individual. Its real meaning is that everyone should share that individual's pain, sympathize with them, and fight for them too.
Wow, That sounds very similar to what's happening right now.
Gasp! They mean they should use someone's words against them and get her on their side?
Yeah. In other words, the battle that we're fighting now represents Hinamizawa as a whole. I see. Everyone supported me not because they were impressed by my speech, but because it's their nature to unite like that.
The classmates were all still sticking around and discussing the issues surrounding Satoko. For some of them, this was like a return to the dam conflict, and also a big chance for those who never experienced it. It almost felt like a festival. Most of them thought that we didn't make much progress today, though.
My Bar-san. So the conclusion is that they're not going to save Hojo-san, right?
Their answer wasn't that bad, but you're right in the sense that they'll watch her suffer.
I live close to him, so I know what kind of guy that uncle is. He's not normal.
We figured out that the people at the Child Consultation Center don't understand anything. But we can't just give up after today either.
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed serious. They weren't just supporting me. They wanted to make a move themselves.
We're going to have to work hard to save Hojo-san.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Agree!
It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who are always running around the school. I'm really happy to see them so motivated.
Of course we are. Satoko is our friend. We're going to save her, so please lend us your support again.
No, Bar-san. This is our responsibility as her classmates. We're not fighting because you're asking us to. We're doing this because we want to.
I'm impressed to hear that from you, Tomita-kun.
Should we go there again tomorrow?
I don't think we should take any days off.
Consistency is important. I agree with Renaissance. But it's only going to end with the same result if we go there with the same people again. I think today was more effective because we were there with more people.
And shall we go there with even more people tomorrow, shall we?
Rena turned back towards everyone as she spoke. We all understood what she was trying to say. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa branch school. Around half of them go to the school in Okonomiya. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from around the neighborhood. Hinamizawa is a small village, after all. They know Sadoko as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. Rumors spread at the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that by now. Everyone in the village knows about my embarrassing history of undergoing punishments.
I'll talk to Daisuke when I go home. I bet he'd come with us.
Call my friends when I get back home too. The school in Okonomiya isn't that far from the library.
That's a good idea! I'll try and get more people too! This is turning out well. I think we can get at least 10 more people on our side. I'll try reaching out to a few of the old members of the kids club too. I think I can get at least 3 of them to come with us. I'll ask my friends from cram school too. But none of them know about Satoko or her situation. They're just friends of mine, so it'll only be about 4 people.
Do you think it might be difficult to get other adults involved?
Well, the people on the town council don't want to have anything to do with the Hojo family.
What happened during the dam conflict? How about older people? Can't you get old people on our side, Rika?
Older people are better towards Otoko.
People who believe in the curse of Oyashiro-sama really think that the Hojo family deserves what they get.
So we can only get more children, but no adults. How many of us will there be?
At this rate, there are going to be about 17 more children. I don't know if they will all make it, but hopefully there'll be more than 40 of us. And, sir, you do have, you have a set of parents.
Also the principal.
and the principal and, you know, the teacher. You can get a good at least 4 adults there. But alright. 40 people. I'm impressed, Keiichi.
You think 40 is enough, Rika?
What?
I grinned and tapped Rika-chan's chest.
It's not enough. 40 is not enough to knock out those stubborn people. We need at least 20 more.
I'm sure 60 people would intimidate them. But where can we get that much help?
You have no idea. My name is Keiichi Maibara. If I say I'm going to accomplish something, I will.
What?
Oh, man.
And then they go to the
my
cafe, the maid
God.
cafe. Oh my god!
my God.
Oh, it's that guy.
This is baseball dude, right?
Yeah, it's baseball dude.
Oh my word.
Get the entire baseball
So-
team on it.
So that's the whole story, Kameda-kun. We're going to launch our 3rd attack again tomorrow evening. Will you help us? I don't remember who does Kameda.
I think it's you, but do you want me to do it right now?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh god, I don't remember what voice you did for him.
This is like a low something. I don't know.
There, I got you. I want to reject your request, Kay. We ate that jumbo parfait together. That was our vow as sworn brothers. I want to help you, Kay, but tomorrow is not a good day. What? Nani? Why is that, Kameda? You can't lend a hand to this poor, innocent girl? Where's your pride as a two-dimensional warrior? What?
The anime fan.
Anime.
Okay. You deserve a beating! Clench those teeth! Wait a minute, Kei-san! Please listen to me. I would help her if I...
Oh god, no. Can't tomorrow.
Rejected.
That's all he said.
Rejected. Nah, okay. Yeah, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You bastard! Tell me, Kameda. I'll knock at least 3 of your teeth out even if you can't make it because of your parents' funeral. You can't come tomorrow because tomorrow is the dessert fiesta here at Angel Mort. What did you say? Why did that get the ominous screeching?
What the
noise?
shit?
What the fuck is going
Oh
on?
no.
Why not? It's just a dessert. Oh my god, why?
It's the dessert fiesta, Kei-san! It's the dessert fiesta of Angel Mort. It gets bonus points for using the hiragana for fiesta.
What
I
the
actually won an admission ticket!
Why was there a pot? No.
god, nope. Nope.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Wow.
please, Kei-san! I will help you the day after tomorrow, so please let me go to the fiesta tomorrow. I'm begging you!
Did you come? I think you should let him go for tomorrow.
No, I can't! I can't! Kameda, you dare to weigh cakes against a real little girl! You only get the right to eat cake when you can save the girl! For starters, you don't... Oh my god.
Yeah, blah, she's a Cinderella, blah, 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 blah. Oh god, oh god, oh god, no.
Blah, blah, blah.
Rejected.
No,
blah, blah,
no,
blah, 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 blah.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
When's the last time Higurashi by itself? Oh god.
What the fuck?
No, 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 fuck. No, 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 this is, why is this the fucking worst? Ah, god damn it, game, shut up.
Always in the cafe.
Oh my god,
always
it
in
goes off
cafe.
the page.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Oh no.
Oh! Oh,
Draga?
stop!
What?
What?
Dragon Buster. Oh my god. What the shit?
Oh my
Oh, why are you like this? Oh my god. It just keeps going. Why does
Please.
it keep going?
No! No more! No more!
No. Horny. It's being too horny
Oh
and we
my
don't like it,
God.
so we're trying to get through it very quickly.
Oh my god.
No, because
So
fucking
this is the
fuck you,
Japanese
Japan.
horniness in my warning. at
Yeah,
the
fuck
beginning.
you, Japan.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Fuck you, Japan.
What?
Why are you suddenly talking about Dead or Alive?
And
Resident
Metal, what
Evil
is
and
Resident
Metal
Evil?
Gear?
Just keep going.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. What was I thinking? What have I done? It's okay, Kameda. Mistakes are there so you can realize you made them. You just realized your mistake and became a better man. Take my hand. The door to the next millennium is right in front of you. I don't know what that means.
Ichika and Kameda-kun seem to be having lots of fun. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Don't bother, don't bother.
I got it, Kay. On my honor as a man, I will help you save them.
Oh, you got it out again.
Fucking
Oh, there you go, there you
goddamn motherfucker. I got it, Kay. On my honor as a man, I will help you save that girl. They have dessert fiestas 4 times a year, so what if I miss one of them? It's not a big deal.
He seems so down. Me.
By the way, Mion, Oh, this is Keiji.
Yeah, it's KG.
Kichi.
By the way, Mion, you said you were going to give me 3 years worth of Dessert Fiesta admissions as a reward for the auction, right? I'll give you 1 year admission if you help me, Kamada-kun. No, thank you, Kay. I'm a man. I'd be ashamed of myself if I was saving this girl because I was getting a reward.
Ji-chan, do you think we could do something for him? Do you?
No, he's a lost cause.
How about this? I'll remove his name from the blacklist.
Blacklist? What's that?
Normal customers don't know about this, huh? There are customers that cause trouble in this restaurant sometimes. Whenever they do something wrong, their name gets written down on the blacklist. Once their name gets written down enough times, they're no longer allowed to enter the restaurant.
Stop it now! I'm an Angel Lord Master. I would never behave so unmannered as to get myself on a blacklist.
You touched a waitress improperly twice, called a waitress just to talk with her, and sold tickets outside of the restaurant. You'll be forbidden from entering after one more transgression.
No way! I can't believe this. That's horrible. If I can't come to Angel Mort, I'll have no reason to live. What's wrong? You are a lost cause,
Yeah.
Kamada.
However,
Oh my god.
I'm impressed that you're so willing to save Satoko. I'll erase your name from this list as a reward.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No. Hey, Mi-chan, does that blacklist really exist?
This old man has no idea.
Kamada-kun, thank you. Let me know if you can't get a ticket for the next dessert fiesta. I'll invite you. Kay!
Hug!
Hug!
Oh my god.
We reaffirmed our strong
I-
friendship.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll bring my baseball team members with me. I should be able to get at least 10 people. It sounds like our uncle is a really crazy guy. Wouldn't it be faster to just kick his ass rather than going to the child consultation center?
Yes. We can't do that. Otherwise, he'd take a revenge on Satoko-chan.
I see. Of course, we can't commit murder either. All right, let's do it the right way. We don't want to get arrested by the police.
Oh no, this is the
Why
actual
is
artwork.
everybody so easy to commit murder in this game? Holy shit!
Well, they said we can't commit
Well,
murder. That'd be great though
you
if this
know-
is a twist.
yeah,
that
but he
Kamina,
thought about it.
Kamina was the murder guy this arc.
Maybe there was a world where Kameda was the murderer.
Probably.
Oh my god, no. Wait, who's this? Is this me?
I think it's Keiichi.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think it's Keiichi.
Yeah, no, Keiichi.
10 people is still not enough. Do you think you can get more people from somewhere? You need more people, huh? Let me take care of it.
Kamina grinned at me and then suddenly stood up and shouted.
Hey, you guys! You heard everything, didn't you? For those who have a ticket for tomorrow, I'm not going to force you. But if you're free, give us a hand!
Everyone in the restaurant looked at him. There were a lot of people around. The dessert fiesta is tomorrow, so shouldn't today have just been a normal day? I think it was the guy.
You're not wrong, but the people who missed out on tickets for the dessert fiesta are here today. All these guys are regulars. I don't know their names, but we see each other all the time in this restaurant. We are bonded by the horny. What did you think
Oh my
about his
God.
story, guys?
God damn it.
The longer I listen to
Oh
it,
no!
the more
No!
upset I get.
No! 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 No!
Oh my
No!
God.
No! 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 Operation Soko. Okay, got people. Okay. God damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn it.
The brothers in horny are going to help. Is the gist of that, I guess.
Doing it, blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes I wonder if
No,
Angel Mort is based on a real place that Ryukishi knows.
I really hope not. I really hope
And
not.
if it is, I feel bad for the people who work there.
Yeah. Oh god. No. 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 No.
I'm just gonna.
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck you
We're
all.
Done. We're done. We're done.
We're cheering for him now, I guess.
Woo, cheer.
Yeah.
Keiichi-kun is such a popular guy.
He's popular with the town council too. He seems to be popular in the most unexpected places. Lots of other people seem to respect him too. Some of the waitresses here are also concerned about Satoko. They said they want to come and support us when they're off.
Wow, I guess we have about 60 people now. We might even get more than that. So, is this the power to defeat fate?
Everybody else is just like, yeah, we got all these people. We're gonna go save Satoko. And Rika's over here sitting in the corner talking like she's in a JRPG. Do you have the power to defeat fate?
Attack and dethrone God. Let's go. That night, I attended a meeting for the Watanagashi Festival Committee. Everyone assembled at the meeting room in the Furude Shrine. I'd seen the building a few times, but I hadn't actually been inside before. There were pieces depicting the history of the dam conflict on the wall. According to Mion, this assembly building had been used as the headquarters of the dam protest back in the day. There was a huge flag that said Onikafuchi Guardians hanging on the wall. People had written messages on it. I'd been called to the meeting so I could introduce myself. While I'd been chosen to be the host of the auction several days ago, this was my first time actually attending a meeting. There was about 30 committee members in the room, and my dad and I were introduced to them. Since I'm still a minor, I had to bring him along with me. I'd often heard the term parental rights recently because of Satoko's situation, and because of that, I'd been thinking about the relationship between me and my dad. The Maibar family is a pretty happy one, I think. I'm blessed to have parents like them.
Yeah, you are.
But
It's
you
good
never
that you
tell them about
appreciate
anything until recently.
that. I mean, hey, he's learning.
Yeah.
As he's been
You cut off again.
as he's been doing kind of this whole game, I guess he's learning. You know, he's
That's
doing
true.
his best. Hello, I'm Keiichi Maibara. This is my first time doing something like this, and I'm very nervous, but I'll do my best.
Here, you do your best, young man.
Their friendly smiles and applause made me realize again how welcoming people in this village are. I felt pressured as I thought about how big of a responsibility I was going to undertake at the festival. Get them on your fucking side, Keiichi!
Look, he's good. He's getting there.
Since I looked so nervous, the leaders of the committee all came up to me and said that I could just act natural and do my thing.
Thank you for offering my son such an important position. I'm sorry that I'm unable to participate in council activities due to my job, but I will do what I can to support my son. I feel like his dad had a goofier voice. No, that was
He
Rena's dad.
definitely
Never
did.
mind.
Ah.
I think at
Rena's
one point
dad
I
had a
did
goofy voice.
Keiichi's dad.
Oh, really?
I think so,
I
but
think
I've
we've
given it
all
up at this
done his
point.
dad at one point.
Yeah, it's true. No, we put the goofy voice on Rena's dad, definitely.
Yeah, Rena's dad definitely had the literal goofy voice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Literal
Yeah,
goofy
literally.
voice, yes.
Well,
but, like, Keiichi's dad was, is the artist who is very interesting.
Isn't it implied that he, like, draws porn or something?
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, they took a little, father-son bonding trip to that cafe we just were at.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that they did that.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Go. My dad must be used to
What?
making speeches, I guess.
All right, then. We'll break up into groups and start the meeting. It's going to last until 8:50 p.m.
850.
Please begin your
850!
I tried so...
Get your backlog this monster.
God damn it.
I ain't got your 850.
Listen, I tried so hard not to say fitty, and it came out, and whatever. Please begin discussion as soon as you can, and ignore what I just said, okay?
The festival committee can be broken up in different teams, like a general affairs team, a construction team, a refreshment booth team, and a ceremony team. Each team has separate meetings. My dad and I were told to join the event team. But after all, we joined toward the end without knowing anything, and the festival was next Sunday, too. Yeah, the internet is pointless and us all. I didn't understand anything they were saying, and I couldn't even express any opinions anyway. Nodding and pretending to participate in the proceedings was the most we could do. Near the end, I finally got the information about the auction I needed. I found out what time I was supposed to be backstage and other stuff about my job like that. They asked me what I was going to wear, and I stopped short. I thought I could just wear my regular clothes, but they suggested that I should wear something more flashy since I was a host of the event. But I don't have any
Yes.
clothes like that.
You should get some then, boy.
How about a suit with a bow tie? That would make you look like a real MC.
Hell yeah. A bow tie? That's so embarrassing. I want to wear something more casual than that. No, you want to wear a bow tie. Keiichi,
Khakis,
you
let's
will
go.
Enjoy it.
How's the meeting going, Keijan? What you talking about?
They're talking about what he's going to wear during auction. You don't have anything flashy to wear. I can get you something like that. Do you want to be his dad again?
Meh.
I will be the dad. I am
Dad.
dad now. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Keiichi's father.
Dad, I don't trust him to get me proper clothes. I'm not sure he won't get me anything for men. A bow tie is fine. I'll just wear that.
If I didn't compromise on that, Ivan and Mion would try and make me wear something outrageous. She'd also want me to wear women's clothes.
You're part of the committee too, huh? Which team are you on?
Oh. That was just Keiichi. Like, he's on the general
Okay.
affairs team, where he's in charge of first aid. We always asked for his help since he's a doctor and all.
All I have to do is give Band-Aid to people who trip and fall. It's an easy job.
Cut off again. You cut off
For
again.
the most part,
There you
I'm
go.
just drinking beer under the main tent. It's nothing compared to your work, my bar-san. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm going to drink barley tea with him too. Yippa!
You absolutely cannot, Furude-san. Oh, good evening, my Barkun. Nice to see you too, my Bar-san.
Ah,
Oh, that's
Yep.
definitely the dad.
hello, ma'am. Thank you for being so nice to my son all the time.
My Barkun, are you ready for the auction? I'm looking forward to seeing your show. It felt weird to see Chie-sensei and the principal. Oh, the fucking principal outside of school.
Rika, you're performing a dance at the festival, right? I heard it's right after my show. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a traditional ceremony that she's performing. I'm sure you're nervous about it, huh? How do you feel this year?
I'm used to it now, so I'm fine.
You've only done it once last year, but you're already used to it? I'm impressed.
My Bara-san. It's been a while. Oh, Akab-san. It's nice to see you. You've been practicing the Sabami Gaishi. You should play together. You won't get better unless you play every day, you know? You know how to play mahjong, my Barco. Oh, he knows how to play, doesn't he? He's a pretty good player, too.
Perhaps we really should start playing mahjong in our club now.
We should go and crush every mahjong parlor in the city.
Akab-san thinks I'm an experienced player since I was practicing Tsubame Gaishi the other day. Why do people misunderstand me all the time?
By the way, my Barkun, I heard about that case. What case? About what you're planning to do tomorrow evening. A few of my staff members and I are going to be there as well. Creepy-san and Hot-san are coming too.
You're still alive? Damn.
We can't bring. Well, it
hasn't
hasn't, we
been-
haven't gotten to Watanagashi yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't bring that many people, but I hope you'll let us join you. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Every person counts.
Ivan?
I'm sorry that we can't do much to help her, but we still want to do something. This is what Creepy-san suggested.
Creepy?
Yes, she wanted to help somehow. She still feels bad that she wasn't able to assist you the other day. Oh, are you talking about that rumor? The one saying that my Bara-san's become the leader of a protest group or something? Even you know about it, huh? You know about Satoko?
Of course he does. He's very sensitive to rumors inside the village.
It's only my job. I'm very aware of what's going on with Satoko-san. Gibson, what do you think about her case? There's like 4 of me talking to
I know.
each other.
Akab-san is, after all, a
Gibson.
police officer.
Oh yes, that's not.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, that's, yeah. Could he maybe have maybe have an option other than going to the child consultation center?
I also think going to the consultation center is the smartest thing to do.
No, I think it was.
Then you're also saying there's no way to save her before something happens. We would probably do the same. We'd meet with him and tell him not to harm her. I'm sure a professional social worker can do a lot better job than that, though. Hey! Correct.
Holy shit, ACAB not being ACAB.
They can take care of these
Wow.
issues better than the police can. Yes, that is accurate.
Oh yeah, you've missed so much murder, Juion. So much fucking murder.
Usually by this time we've already had at least something very disturbing happening in a story.
I mean, we've had disturbing things happen, just actual like realistic kinds of disturbing.
We've
Yeah.
usually that's at the very end usually.
Yeah, but also like usually a lot of murder starts occurring as soon as we get to Watanagashi,
Yeah,
and we haven't
true,
gotten to
true,
Watanagashi
so
Festival yet, so that's when everything starts.
just
going
wait
downhill.
until then.
Mm-hmm.
Police only take action after something happens. The Child Consultation Center can make a move before it does. Be a lot easier for us if we could arrest criminals before they commit crimes. However, we need to be very careful about who we arrest, you know. Otherwise, we don't want to lose our job.
Yes, that is the reason. Just
Yeah.
because you don't want to lose your jobs.
In that sense, there's nothing wrong with them saying that they want to wait and see for a while.
Meep.
Well, I don't think the Child Consultation Center is being unreasonable. However, it must seem terrible from the point of view of those who know Satoko and Tepe.
Like, you know, maybe you, if he has some kind of criminal record or you've been watching him, the police might have been watching him for, you know, shit he's done in Okonomiya, maybe?
He's literally on the police watch list.
Yeah, they've talked about him. I'm pretty damn sure. Ikeb's-san was
Yes,
exactly
they
right.
did talk about him.
They must be assuming
That's
that we're
like
over.
that's literally the reason that they gave for not having him just get murdered by the mountain dogs.
But it's because Creepy knows that the police are watching him because he is the next known person who's probably going to be the next victim of Watanagashi,
Yeah, not.
supposedly.
Hmm.
They're not watching him because he has a criminal record. They're watching him, though he probably does have. They are watching him because he's the most likely target of the Watanagashi, or of the curse.
Yeah. They must be assuming that we're overreacting by making such a big fuss. It's only been a couple of days since he took her away. But that mindset can create huge problems. I'm sure they're going to call him tonight because we told them that she's been missing school for 3 days. They'll ask him why she hasn't gone to school.
Pepe might beat her up for that.
I don't know. However, if he continues to keep her at home after the phone call, the Child Consultation Center will probably make a move. Probably, maybe, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We can fucking dream.
I think that's Keiichi.
So she might come to
Yeah.
school tomorrow?
That's possible. Tepe can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason. That's why he needs to stay at Satoko's house. I'm sure he doesn't want any further trouble.
Can't stay in Okonomiya for some reason? That's right, for some reason. I heard that he had some kind of money-related trouble. You don't know about that, Sonozaki-san?
I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, man? There's a reason he wants to stay in Satoko's house?
Well, yeah. Tepe has money issues, so he can't live in Okonomiya anymore. He's hiding out in Hinamizawa until the trouble brew's over.
Then he should hide somewhere alone. Why would he try and drag Satoko into this?
You want Satoko as your maid, right? It's the same thing.
No.
God damn it.
Insert
fuck
Japanese
you.
horniness.
I'm
Fuck
not reading
you.
that.
Let's just ignore that pervert for a moment.
Agreed.
So, Akep-san, you think there's no choice but to let the Child Consultation Center take care of it?
I think that's the most realistic plan. There are certain steps that you need to follow. You take a piss, you go to the toilet, and pull down your zipper. You don't take those steps, it ends in a disaster.
That's a gross way to put it. You disgusting old man.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But I do find Toko's case unfortunate. I hope that everybody gets to have a happy ending.
You can tell the Child Consultation Center that he's having money problems when he told you that he was going...
He left for work, yeah.
Yeah.
Child Consultation Center is going to make their decision regardless. But what you guys are doing isn't against the law either. What you're doing, my Barakun, is not a mistake. Don't give up. Do all you can. I'll support you too. Thank you very much. We went there yesterday and today, and we're going to go there tomorrow too. I believe we can save her as long as we don't give up. Hmm, 3 days in a row, huh? I heard you take 20
That's
people.
a cab.
I heard you took 20 people with you today. Are you going to take that many tomorrow too?
K-chan is really talented when it comes to stuff like this.
You'll be surprised. There's gonna be 60 people tomorrow.
My, that's amazing. I can see you becoming an active labor union leader when you grow up. The head of our union is pretty deplorable.
God damn.
Okay. Well, I'm
Okay.
going to file that under acceptable in the 80s.
Yeah, it was acceptable at the time. At that moment, I heard someone clapping. It was almost 9 p.m. The meeting was over. Everyone returned to their seats and listened to each section head's report on what they discussed.
I think this
Is this the dad?
Dad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. You're incredible, Keiichi. You know so many people from the village.
But there are even more people that I don't know.
Are you sure? You were talking with so many of them. I really am impressed. They're such nice people. Maybe I should be more involved with them too, so I can know what you're actually doing. You know, when you're away from the
Yeah.
house.
You should. Hinamizawa is all about helping each other. I know you're busy with your work, but you should be involved as much as you can.
I'm gonna talk with your mother about that. I think.
That's it for the meeting today. The next meeting is, tomorrow. I'll see you all then. It'll be the last major meeting before the festival. Chairman, will you please give us some closing remarks?
No, it's fine. Let's just... fuck it. No, it's fine. Let's just go home and get some drinks. That's it for now. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.
Drink up!
Thanks.
Everyone laughed at me or Kimiyoshi's closing remarks. Oh, it's Kimiyoshi.
Ah,
We finished cleaning up, and everyone began filing out of the building. Even though it was a weekday, some of them were going out for drinks. They asked my dad to go along with them. My dad isn't an ordinary worker. He can sleep in if he wants to, as long as he makes his deadlines.
Keiichi, they want me to come for a drink, so I'm going. Okay?
Sure, have fun. I'm heading home now.
Going home alone was kind of sad, so I thought I'd walk home with Mion, but she was still lingering at the meeting talking with the mayor and other important people. She's probably busy with the festival being so near. As I contemplated whether to wait for her or not, Akap-san came up to me.
Good job at the meeting. How did you get here? I can give you a ride home if you want. Came here on my bike. Plus, I'm waiting for Mion. I see. They'll be waiting a while, though. Look, just crushing the trouble they had with the refreshment booth team. Trouble with the refreshment booth team? Seems like such a fun festival, but they still have some issues, huh? Oh, yes. It's hard to make adjustments this late. Shaved ice and yakisoba are always popular, so everybody wants to do those. But it'd be a problem if all the booths sold yakisoba, right? We'll need to make those kinds of adjustments so there'll be a variety of booths, but people get upset when they have to run a booth that's not going to make much money, you know? They suggest running the booths in rotation every year. Some people don't have enough staff to do certain kinds of booths, and other people claim that their yakisoba is better than everyone else's. They also fight about locations and who to hire, etc., etc. Ah, some real small town drama here.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that the
Tea
preparations
spilling.
for the festival were so complicated. Yeah, spill that fucking tea, Acap. I love petty, no-stakes drama like that. Everything needs adjustments. I guess it sounds like boring adult talk for a young man like yourself. But adjustments are necessary to make things go smoothly. What you're doing at the Child Adjustment Center is a secret adjustment in a way.
Child Adjustment Center? Is it like a chiropractor for kids?
It's a secret adjustment that will help us later.
God.
God damn.
I guess you might be right. Well, we have no choice but to raise our voices. It's the only option we've got. No. I'm proud to see you do something like this. If I was your age, all I'd be able to think of is attacking him in the dark.
Why?
Wow.
You're kind of right. A lot of people in this are pretty quick to jump to murder
Yeah,
as a
right.
solution.
Is that a thing in the 80s? Does everybody just like, you know what? I hate this
It
person.
was
Let me go
acceptable
murder
in
him.
the 80s. It was acceptable at the time.
It is kind of funny.
Akab must have had no other plans. He stuck around while I waited for Mion.
Or maybe he's just also waiting for Mion.
There was no one else around at that time of night. It would have felt pretty lonely if he hadn't been there with me. I'm glad Akab stayed to chat. We talked about Mahjong for a while. Its theory, techniques, and history. I rarely talked with a guy his age, so it was very interesting for me. It's nice to interact with people from a different generation sometimes. He's also a police officer. I was secretly hoping that he'd give me a hint about how to save Satoko. In any case, I had to wonder what was taking me on so long. By the time Ikep-san finished his second cigarette, I started to think that maybe I should just go home for the night.
Maybe. I'm gonna head home. Mion is taking too long. I have something big to take care of after school tomorrow. Going to the child consultation center, you mean? Yep. I'm gonna fight until they come up with a plan to save Satoko. Consistency is important. This is all we can do.
Ikep-san smiled upon hearing my passionate words.
I bet the child consultation center understands your point by now. You know, there's a limit to what you can do. It's important to know when to quit. If you go too far, it'll only make things more complicated. But I can't just let Satoko suffer. Of course you can. Can't. I'm certain the child consultation center won't leave her be either. They'll help her. They might help her, but only after she gets hurt. If Satoko suffers irreversible mental trauma, it'll all be over. It'll be too late.
He kept taking out his third cigarette. That meant he was going to stay here until he finished it. I didn't feel like waiting here with him, though. I just wanted to go home and relax so I could prepare for tomorrow.
Going home now.
By the way.
Mm-hmm.
Going home now. You know, my bar son, there's something I wanted to tell you.
The tone of his voice had changed slightly. Whatever it was, it sounded important. I stopped and turned back around to face him.
Actually, you see, I don't think you should go to the Child Consultation Center tomorrow. You've made your point already. But we need to do this so we can save Satoko. They aren't getting how urgent the situation is. We have to make even more of a fuss if that's what it takes for them to understand. I think we'll make a bigger impact if we go there 3 days in a row. Trying to show them every courtesy, huh? But you know, my bar son, sometimes you should just let sleeping dogs lie. He's got that smirk on his face.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
What are you owing? What are you owing?
This is just like with Takano.
I don't. What part was creepy?
They couldn't do anything because the police were watching him. He doesn't want the consultation center getting involved.
Ah, I see.
I see. Let me make this clear. This isn't a warning from the police, and no one told me to tell you this. I'm just giving you advice. As your mahjong friend.
The word advice didn't sound pleasant at all. I felt myself frowning involuntarily.
Do you know what the Child Consultation Center is thinking? You guys showed up 2 days in a row, and you brought 20 people with you today. They're afraid you'll show up again tomorrow. Then why don't they just listen to us? I hope they're not planning to build a barricade so we can't get in the building tomorrow. No, they won't do that. Their job is to listen to these claims. They'll accept anyone who's coming to make an appeal. They can't stop you from coming, no matter how many times you show up. They know that too. So they need to take care of the matter before you bring even more people and cause even more trouble. You mean, have they already made the decision to save Satoko? Not quite. They've started making secret adjustments so that you can't come by to pressure them anymore. What do you mean?
They made a secret adjustment so that I couldn't bother them anymore? I felt confused, and then ACAB said something that almost sounded like a line from a political drama.
These officials sometimes act a little bit like the Yakuza. They don't want their badge disrespected. It's normal for them to ignore opinions opposing the decisions they've made, even when they realize that their office is in the wrong. So if they listen to us, other people will come to the office to get their cases taken care of? That's exactly it. They don't want people challenging their decisions. They'll listen to your appeal, but they'll never change their stance unless there's something odd going on. Plus, this time Satoko's case is nothing special or noteworthy to them.
You're really quiet.
He may have taken her away from where she lived, but it's a legal act since he has parental rights. It's not like a parent without custody forcing his child to live with him. After all, he's the only blood relative she has. There's nothing, legally speaking, that prevents them from living together.
What about the year of neglect, you asshole?
But that's not the case with Satoko and her uncle. You know that too. You know how violently he abused her last year. That was last year. The Child Consultation Center can't do anything about it. He tells them that he feels remorse over what happened then. More than anything, Satoko told them that he's not abusing her. So far as he's concerned,
Oh, that's Keiichi.
last year Satoko relied on her brother, and she deeply regrets having overburdened him. So far as she's concerned, seeking help feels like she's betraying her brother. I see. It might be very difficult to persuade the child consultation office in that case. Well, anyway, for reasons like that, the center can't understand why you and your group is pushing this issue so hard. I'm just trying to let them know that Teppei is a violent person and that we can't let Satoko stay with him. But why? You weren't here in Hinamizawa last year. I don't think you know much about Teppei-san. Why are you so sure that he's that dangerous?
That was a hard question to answer. He was right. I didn't know much about Teppei. I'd never even seen his face. But I just know. Way back in a different world, I didn't save Satoko. I just stood by and... I've seen the world where Satoko was irreversibly broken. We all cried and regretted it. I couldn't explain that to ACAP, though. My friends had understood my premonition. But it's weird for someone to be so aggressive just based on what he saw in his imagination.
I mentioned it earlier, but sometimes a divorced couple battles for the custody of their child. A couple can sue each other, and sometimes their relatives sue the couple too. Some of them decide to sue their partner not just for the child, but just because they hate them. The case is a bit similar to something like that. It looks as though you're taking the actions you are because you hate Teppei Hojo. Child Consultation Center needs to determine if you're doing this out of hate or out of genuine concern towards Satoko. Not all people go to the center out of goodwill like you. They can only make a decision after carefully determining if the information given by the petitioner is genuine or not. You need to understand that. So you're saying that because I was too direct with them, they've mistaken my appeal as one born of ill will? No, you don't have to worry about that. Just please try to understand that they have to evaluate it carefully. They put a child under protection every time they got a report the nation would careen out of control.
That's right. I think there was a passage in the civil law book at the center. Yeah, law book the center showed us that first day. The family or the prosecutor must make an appeal to the family court. Family issues have to be resolved within the family. An outside appeal might move the center to take action, but an outsider can't tell them how to respond. And when it comes to that, Satoko's only family is her uncle. Since her uncle obviously wasn't going to do anything about this, Satoko would have to seek help on her own. But Satoko is denying that she's being abused at all. This isn't going anywhere.
Consultation Center is simply hoping that you'll give up. They have other cases that need more urgent attention. But they're not sure yet if they should ask you to give up. That's what I wanted to tell you today. What do you mean? I don't get it. Maibara-san. When you visited them today, did they treat you better than yesterday? Yeah, a bit. We were taken to a bigger room, and the manager came to see us too. You might think that the manager is ranked just a little bit above. Oh my god, please get these town politics out of...
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. You might think that the manager is ranked just a little bit above the regulars. Yeah, I feel like this is just Ryukishi venting about his old job. You might think that the manager is ranked a little bit above the regular staff members. However, his position is about as high as that of a section chief in a regular company. It's very difficult to achieve that position. The person you talked to today is actually a very powerful man, more than you could imagine. It's not normal for them to do that. The manager normally never shows up for a consultation. You need to recognize that the treatment you got today was a very special one.
It never seemed that special to me. I thought we were taken to a big room because we went there with more people, and Ren had told them to adjust to us.
Because you were so well organized, they're suspecting that you're not the actual leader, and that the Sonozaki family are the ones behind this movement. Oof. I'm sure you know how powerful the Sonozaki family is in the village. I do, but it has nothing to do with the Sonozaki family. We're simply fighting to protect our friend, to save our friend. Mion hasn't even mentioned her name. Yeah, but they probably mentioned Mion. Or they probably know Mion. That's what the Child Consultation Center wanted to know. It's their normal routine to politely refuse a huge crowd of petitioners. However, things would be different if this was Oreo Sonozaki's idea. Oreo holds great sway in the city's government. No one can go against your wishes. Jesus Christ. I'm aware that Mion's grandmother is very powerful. That has nothing to do with this. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
In order to make that clear, the local government officials have approached the Sonozaki family in secret. They were going to take action if they found out that it was her idea, but they soon discovered otherwise. So they're not going to take any action anymore? It's not just that. Oreo is now aware that there's a commotion going on within the village. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but some people in the village still hold a grudge against the Hojo family, the traitors of the Dam conflict. Ever since the curse of Oyashiro-sama, the Sonozaki family have been telling people not to interact with the Hojo family. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You might wake up a sleeping dog if you continue to make all this noise. What happens if I wake the dog up? Metaphorically, I guess. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows?
Nobody knows.
ACAB paused for a while and drew on a short cigarette.
Not saying that you'll be threatened or that they'll hurt you. However, you just moved here and you're starting to get to know people from the village. But soon enough, you might see the underside of this place.
Fuck.
Dot, dot, dot.
The issues between the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family. Well, village-wide matters have been slightly taboo in our group, but we may have to go down that road now. It's a fact that we haven't gotten any support from the adults except for the school teachers in Irie, or Ivan. Other adults in the village must know what happened between Satoko and Tepe last year. They all understand that it would be a disaster if we don't rescue Satoko as soon as possible. However, no adult came forward to help us.
If we continue our movement, will the people who hate the Hojo family become our enemies too? That's possible. The Sonozaki family may get involved if you continue this commotion. You could say that the Sonozaki family is anti-Hojo. Very good. If you try to save Satoko-san using people from Hinamizawa...
Why is your mic going in and out?
Sorry. If you try to save Satoko-san using people from Hinamizawa, that shows huge disrespect towards the Sonozaki family, could create a huge problem.
By that point, I knew. This was a warning, not just advice. An ignorant young man in Hinamizawa is making noise trying to wake up a sleeping dog.
I know you've taken a liking to this place and that you're really doing your best here. That's why I thought I should let you know about all this. I'm sorry if I upset you.
I love Hinamizawa.
You upset me, ACAB.
Yeah,
I had to read all this bullshit.
I've made a decision to make this place my home. I'm motivated about the big job I got for the festival, too. Would it really be wise for me to try and create all this trouble?
I'm just speaking as your friend, nothing more. I'm not trying to threaten you or anything like that. I'm not trying to make you do anything you don't want to do. I just wanted to give you this information.
So I can manipulate you into doing what I want you to do.
Yes, exactly.
ACAB smiled at me and then stomped on a cigarette. I thought I had just made the decision to do what was right. But was that only the stupid idea of an ignorant little boy? Did I need to grow up right now and think about this again? Dark clouds hung over my heart. But wait a minute. Did that mean I didn't even have the courage to risk losing something? Was I not brave enough to save Stoko at all? I had to be the red fire. I couldn't give up, even if everybody else did. I had to fill other people up with righteous flames, just like I was. ...
What's the matter? What a bold smile you're wearing right now. Thank you for the valuable advice. But I can't give up, no matter what you tell me. I won't stop even if the whole world tells me to. Even if the whole world is against you. You're a stronger man than I thought. If the whole world is telling me that I'm making a mistake, I'll have to stop and reevaluate myself. However, I've already talked about Satoko's case with my friends over and over again. This isn't just my idea. I'm confident that our decision is the very best one to make. I agree with you, my Bar-san. Young people like you tend to make hasty and dangerous decisions. However, all of you are being very rational about this. You're making a democratic appeal. Just like Dr. Ivan was saying, there's nothing wrong with your methods. I know! I'm positive that we're not making any mistakes. We're doing our best to save our friend. We're not going to give up just because we feel threatened. We are true comrades. I have faith in us, even if the rest of the world doesn't. That's what friendship is all about. You have a strong will. Not even my detectives are as strong as you are.
Akep-san gave me a wicked grin of admiration. I could tell from that grin. He wasn't trying to pressure me at all. It was exactly the opposite of that. He had shared this information with me to confirm that I was ready to face this challenge. I didn't even have to consider whether his words were advice or a warning.
Every man has many things he wants to keep believing in, even if others don't share that belief. Of course, it's important to listen to advice with sincerity, but some beliefs you still can't turn away from. That's what being a man is all about.
Hydrate. Hey, Kit Kat, how you doing? Done.
I'm gonna have to hydrate a little bit after this.
Yeah, oh yeah,
whenever
please.
This is done.
You don't want to just have a, a total conversation with yourself for like 10 minutes?
This is going for more than 10 minutes.
Hey, remember, back during Miyakashi when I was fucking going back and forth with Shion and Mion?
Oh yeah, fuck. I also have a strong will, About 5 years ago, a person who was like a brother to me was killed.
Oh,
the
yeah.
damn foreman.
Damn foreman.
Ah, yes, the damn foreman.
He was murdered? Case was declared solved, but I'm continuing an investigation alone because I suspect there's another person in control behind the scenes. The department told me that I was wasting my time. Told me to stop. But just like you, I can't give up. Are you getting close to finding out who did it? I don't know about that. Anyhow, if your resolve is that strong, then there's nothing for you to fear. Just follow through on your beliefs. I'm often threatened to show more restraint if I want to keep my full retirement pay to myself. But I've never given in. There's a lot of things we men can't convey without being unwavering. My, exactly right. We can't give up no matter how risky it'll be. It's important to pursue your goal. And even if you end up playing into their hand, that's what being a man is about. What? What a weird thing to add. You're gonna go down, then go down fighting. You're right. Waffling between whether to go or go back isn't the attitude of a real man. That's how a man should be.
We bumped our fists together, reaffirming that real men are the same regardless of their generation. It wouldn't be a simple road to saving Satoko. But I was never going to give up. It was acceptable in the 80s.
It was acceptable at the time.
I was going to save her. I had no doubts about that. End chapter!
Yeah.
This was a long chapter.
Jesus Christ.
2-hour
It
chapter?
sure was.
I was gonna be like, oh, I'm actually gonna like ACAP for once, just talking about mahjong and nah.
No, here we go again.
God damn it.
Achievement unlocked, Magician of Words. Is that Parfait? Oh,
Mamma
Parfait.
mia. Here we
I
go again.
My.
Bye. How can I resist you?
Oh, oops. I need the new ones. Hold on, back. Exit. First things first, I'm going to save.
Very good.
Excellent. Good idea.
And close out of that quick. View new tips. Okay.
Oh no, depressed Satoko is in one of the thumbnails.
Please hold on a moment. I'll get her. Oya-san, someone from the municipal government is calling. I think I was her, right?
Yes.
Cool. Hello?
Hello, Sonozaki-san. This is Ida from the municipal government. Thank you very much for the ohagi the other day.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for your work at the Culture Festival. Also for providing that large parasol. How much does that thing cost? We use it every year, so we might as well buy one ourselves.
We borrowed that one from a teacher. I checked out the price, but the domestically made ones cost about 200,000 yen. I also found one made in China, and it's less than half the price.
I don't care if it's made in China or not. Just get one so we don't have to cause any more trouble for the teachers.
We're actually ordering it already. Once it arrives, you might want to take a look at it and make a final decision.
Also, we've been holding the same Edo-style tea ceremony for the past 3 years. We should probably get an instructor from a different style. Can you look for a new instructor for the next year?
Oh, I see. Will do, ma'am. We'll find a different tea ceremony instructor. About that, advisor, I had something else to ask you about.
And here's me going on about a parasol. So, what do you need?
We were wondering if you've heard anything about the case of Satoko Hojo-san in Hinamizawa.
Satoko Hojo? Huh? You're talking about the blasted Hojo girl? What did she do?
Well, she's recently moved in with her uncle, but she's being abused, apparently. Have you heard anything about it?
Her uncle? Satoko's being abused? I've never heard anything like that.
Oh, well, if you don't know, that's okay. To tell you the truth, someone from Hinamizawa came to the petition to the Child Consultation Center. According to the center, that petitioner was very persistent. The manager felt that it was better to talk with you if you already knew about it.
I don't know anything, and I don't care. Why would I do anything for the pitiful child? The Suzuku family has nothing to do with this.
Have you heard anything about it from the town council?
No. What are you saying? Ikimiyoshi was helping that blasted Hojo child. The Sonozaki family would know about it. Who was petitioning the Child Consultation Center?
I heard some of her classmates were there. Well, as far as I know, anyway. I guess it's just something that her classmates are doing, and the village has nothing to do with it?
Of course not. I don't know anything. The village has nothing to do with Satoko.
The contents of this conversation were forwarded to the Child Consultation Center. If Oreo wasn't behind the commotion, then they had no need to take this case seriously. The manager told his staff to listen to what the petitioners have to say, but to never say anything promising the girl's safety.
Eiichi Marabara, huh? Oh, wait, is this?
I have no idea.
Eiichi Marabara, huh? I guess a boy like that will grow up to be a political advocate in the future. No idea.
Goddamn. Oh, no.
Who knows?
It had been 3 days since he told her to stay home. He got another call from that annoying teacher again, so he yelled at her and hung up the phone. That woman is too persistent, Tepe thought. She won't give up that easily. He was sure that she'd call the Child Consultation Center again. The biggest reason why Tepe refused to let Satoko to go to school was his fear that she'd seek help when going there. She pretended like nothing was wrong when the social worker from the Child Consultation Center showed up, but that was only because he was right beside her. She'd probably betray him as soon as she got her chance. Then the consultation center would show up immediately. No, maybe even the police would come and get him for assaulting Satoko. One of his friends had told him that the consultation center works with the police sometimes. Tepe had a lot of weight on his shoulders. If the police came, they'd end up questioning him about the other trouble he was involved in. He couldn't let that happen. All he needed was the money. Tepe could leave this awful village behind as soon as he found his brother's bank book. Tepe usually stayed at home as he found the way the other villagers looked at him unpleasant. So when playing Mahjong with his friends, he played it at Satoko's house. But Mahjong requires at least 4 people. When Tepe couldn't get that many people to come over, he just stayed home alone and watched TV instead. He started using this ample free time to sniff around the house for his treasure. Satoko would end up cleaning the mess he made. Besides, it wasn't his home anyway. What did it matter to him how much furniture you broke? He cleared out the closet and went up to the attic. He also pulled out all the chests and searched them thoroughly. His wife had been a pretty clever woman. She must have hid it somewhere very unusual. He messed up the whole first floor and went up to the second floor to search some more. The next moment, Satoko went and tried to tackle him.
Not Nini's room!
What the hell?
No, you can't go inside Nini's room!
Tepe immediately assumed that she was hiding the bank book in there. He threw her off and forced his way inside the room. However, Satoko tried to stop him with all of her might. It was amusing for Tepe to see Satoko resisting him to that extent, but it also surprised him a little. He asked her why she didn't want him to go into Satoshi's room.
That room belongs to Nini. Nini will be hurt if he comes home and sees this room destroyed.
You don't want me there just because it's your brother's room? You don't even know if he's still alive.
Nini is alive. He will come back home. Don't destroy his room.
What are you saying? I'm not gonna destroy the room. I'm just trying to clean it up. Why would you have to save this room for someone who's not here anymore? I need to clean it up.
No, you can't. Nini.
The hell? You really don't want me to go inside, huh?
Satoko's crazed behavior convinced him that he should stop provoking her for the moment. While Tepe was very talented at threatening people, despair makes cowards courageous. If he ignored Satoko and tore apart the room, she might just run away. He didn't want Satoko to be nearby, but he also couldn't let her run loose.
Fine, then. If you promise to be a good girl, I won't go inside this room. All right? Got it?
Yes.
If you make me mad, I'm gonna rip this room apart. If you escape from this house and tell people about what's happening, everything in there is gonna end up in the garbage. Get it?
Yes. Thank you for giving me a chance.
Tepe was sure the bank book was inside Satoshi's room, but Satoko would lose it if he went inside. He wasn't pleased about the promise he made with her, but at least it would keep Satoko under control. It might not hurt him to send her off to school. If he kept her home again tomorrow, the teacher might come to the house with the police in tow. He was only keeping her at home because he was afraid that Satoko would talk to other people. If she wasn't going to do that, it'd be better for him to send her to school. He could sneak into Satoshi's room while she was out.
Satoko, you've been a good girl, so I guess your cold is all better now. Go back to school tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
He was the one who told her to say thank you when he gives her approval to do something, but it annoyed him to hear her say it over and over.
Get out of my sight, you little brat. God, so annoying.
That fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I hate him.
So much!
If anyone in this game deserved to be murdered, it's fucking Tepe Hojo.
Easily.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, we've already tried that, and
And
it goes badly.
It goes poorly, yes. God damn it.
I mean, the murder went pretty well. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, murder went well.
Flint,
Hmm?
the hour cooldown is long since gone.
Damn it!
Should I do it?
Don't.
Yes.
Fuck off.
Do it. Do it.
We shall do it.
Starting at 11:10, let's go to 11:15.
Let's go.
Well, start next
Excellent.
chapter.
Next chapter. Next chapter. So, Flint, what do you think about Tepe Hojo?
He is a bad, bad man, and I hope he dies.
You sound so subdued now. I feel kind of bad.
Nah.
Insert sad Satoko face.
Oh my god. Flint. Oh my gosh.
The Child Consultation Center had finally contacted Satoko's uncle after finding out she was missing from school for 3 days in a row. I'm sure it was because of our efforts that Satoko was able to come to school today. However, we couldn't really celebrate after seeing her painful expression.
Satoko, we were so worried about you.
Are you sure nothing happened to you these past 3 days?
I really did have a fever the whole time. I am sorry for making you all worry.
She started telling us why she hadn't been at school. Nobody had even asked her that.
Her uncle must have told her to say that to everyone. It's so painful to see her like this.
Rena seemed more angry than sad. Inside, I felt the same way. It felt like my anger was boiling up and lodging painfully in my throat. He was only letting Satoko come to school because he was now certain that she wouldn't do anything that would put him at a disadvantage. He was treating her like a tamed animal. Was it too late already? I thought of the broken Satoko I once saw in my imaginary world.
Satoko, do your best, okay?
Of course I will. I'm doing well, even though Nini isn't here with me.
I slowly reached out my hand toward her head.
As a reward for you doing your best, I'll pat your head. Do you mind?
She didn't reply, but she didn't refuse either. I slowly put my hand on her head. She didn't react to it, but a tear rolled down from her eye all of a sudden. Was she crying because she didn't want to be touched? No, that wasn't it. Rather, it was the opposite. If I stopped patting her head, it'd hurt her feelings. Satoko felt obligated to survive without her Nini, but that didn't mean she didn't want anyone else's help. She couldn't appreciate my patting her head openly. Satoko had no choice but to cry in silence.
Satoko-chan, we won't tell anyone if you cry right now.
And after Rena said that, Satoko started crying like a baby.
Fucking hell.
I felt relieved, knowing that it wasn't too late. She hadn't yet suffered from the fatal emotional wound that I saw in my imaginary world. However, her tears made it clear that I needed to save her as soon as possible, no matter what the whole world might say to me.
Satoko, everyone is going to help save you. I promise you that.
Satoko, we weren't just doing nothing for these past 3 days. Right, Gei-chan?
Right, we're making an appeal to the Child Consultation Center. We're asking them to save you from your horrible uncle. Horrible fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that for me.
It's not just us. Right, Tomita-kun?
It's not just me either. Okamura and the whole class are fighting for you. That's right. We all went to the Child Consultation Center together. Quite today too, right, Mayabara-san?
Yep. We're not going to give up until we save you.
All the boys and girls in the class answered my call with their cheers. Satoko seemed a little surprised, but then soon became expressionless again.
Is that why the social worker came to my house? That really wasn't necessary of you.
Satoko, did he hurt you because of that? She wouldn't answer. I couldn't tell what that silence really meant. Soon after Chie-sensei entered the classroom, she must have heard the noise we were making. Hojo-san, are you feeling better now? We didn't know for sure if she was really sick or not. All of us, including Chie-sensei, were feeling the same thing.
Yes, I am fine. I'm sorry for worrying you. Everything is all right now.
Will you be attending school regularly from now on?
Yes. You don't have to continue worrying about me. You don't have to talk to any more social workers.
Hojo-san, if you feel overwhelmed, you can come stay with me. I'm on your side, okay? You are welcome at my house anytime. Hey, Chie-sensei, don't act like you're the only one who can help her. Satoko, we're all on your side here. That's right. You can come over to my apartment, too. We have an extra room so you can use it at your own. Use it as your own.
She can't do that. Satoko's my pet. She has to come back to my house. Nippa.
See? You're not alone. Everyone is trying so hard to save you.
But I don't know if people at the Child Consultation Center will ever understand how we feel. If what Akep-san told me yesterday was true, then once they learn this isn't the will of all Hinamizawa, once they learn it's only her classmates creating a stir, they might harden their stance against us. All we had planned was to go there with more people and ask for the same thing. The Child Consultation Center was going to say the same thing to us too. It wasn't going to be any different from yesterday. They tell us that it's only normal for her uncle to take care of Satoko because he's legally her guardian. Also, yeah, fuck yeah, I made it through, bitch!
You did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you made it through. I redeemed it right before you got to spend 5 minutes narrating. I timed it poorly.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
Me.
They'd also tell us that there's no proof of any abuse happening. And why do they think that? Because Satoko won't admit she's being abused.
I appreciate your kindness, but I'm fine.
That's a lie.
Rena spoke with a smile, but her words cut sharp.
You're not okay, Satoko-chan. You're not fooling us well enough. All of us here, and many more people know that you're in pain right now. That's why we're doing our best to stand up and help you. We're reaching our hands so we can save you from your struggle. But we can't save you without you helping too.
She's right, Satoko. No matter what we say to the center, they'll tell us that there's no abuse because you're denying that it's happening. We all want to help you, but we can't if you don't accept our help.
I understand. I was just like you once. I thought no one could help me. I thought whatever I was doing was the only thing I could. That's why I didn't even accept my friend's help. But someone taught me something. I can't remember who it was. But someone taught me something. The world you want most is right in front of you. But you won't get there unless you take our hands. It doesn't mean anything for the only ones reaching out. Satoko-chan, you have to reach out your hand to us too. We can take each other's hands and return to the world we wish for. Rena, who told you that?
Rena's remembering too.
I don't remember. I think I heard it before I went to kindergarten. I can't remember who told me that. But I still clearly remember that feeling. I'm here because because of what that person taught me.
I agree. Whoever it was who taught
You're
that
not
to
alone.
Rana,
Oh my God.
he was wrong. Yes, whoever it was very
Wonder.
smart.
Yes.
Very
Stoko.
genre savvy.
Satoko, do you think it's better not to ask for help? You think that's the best thing you can do? But you're wrong about that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Is that the face you want to wear? I'm sure it's not. You don't want any part of this world. We can bring you back to the world you want to live in. We're reaching our hands out. Those hands are almost touching you. But we just can't reach far enough. If we could, we'd pull you by the hair to get you out of this mess. But we can't
Ouch.
make it. So you have to reach your hand out too. Our hands are right here. They're right in front of your nose. So take them. If you just reach out your hand, we could pull you up into a happier world. Oh.
Stoko wouldn't reach out her hand. She just stared at mine as though praying for something. Her fingers were shaking, but Satoko wouldn't try to reach her hand toward mine. I felt like screaming out in anger, but I didn't want to scare her. If I did that, she'd never trust me again. All I could do was to wait for her to reach out her hand.
Thank you very much. Really, I do appreciate it. But I really am perfectly fine. I really...
Satoko. She needs more time.
She's been 3 days without her meds for the disease, isn't
Oh
she?
God. No.
Satoko needed time to sort out her feelings, but her time limit was getting closer and closer. It was unfortunate that Satoko didn't even realize that herself. The next moment, we heard someone approaching our classroom. By the sound of the footsteps, we could tell that it was the principal. And so I couldn't tell why Satoko was twitching like she just got electrocuted. The door quickly opened and the principal strode inside. He seemed relieved to see Satoko back in school. However, Satoko reacted both dramatically and bizarrely. She let out an inexplicable scream, ran to the back of the classroom, and hid behind the curtain. No one in the classroom could understand her actions. We never even considered that it was because the principal had entered the room. The principal, however, realized it immediately. Satoko was scared to see him.
Ojo-kun, is everything all right?
He spoke in a kind voice, but Satoko was still afraid. It was plain as day to all of us that Satoko was frightened at the sight of the principal, but none of us could understand why.
Yeah, what?
Adult male?
Fair. The principal's like an old man, though, isn't he? So I
Still
guess that
adult
doesn't
male.
matter. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Are you okay, Satoko? You don't need to be afraid. We're all on your side.
My uncle is here!
Everyone here thought for sure that Satoko's uncle had showed up to get her. We all rose at once, shielded Satoko in a circle, and searched the surroundings. She's hallucinating.
She's hallucinating.
I had yet to see her uncle's face, but we were in the school now. If someone unfamiliar showed up, I could spot him immediately. If he tried to force Satoko to leave, then forget everything else. I'd end the fight right here. Mion and Shion are thinking the same thing. However, while Satoko remained frightened, we couldn't find any sight of her uncle. Satoko was trembling as if he was already here inside her classroom, but there was no sight of him. Finally, I realized the truth. Satoko was frightened by the figure of the principal. I could understand that she'd been scared of his footsteps, but she was still terrified after he showed his face. This was not normal. It was made clear to me how much stress Satoko was dealing with. Rika-chan hushed Satoko and whispered into her ear.
It's okay. Your uncle isn't here. You mean uncle isn't here?
But he's right there! My uncle is there! He's come to take me back home!
Calm down, Satoko. Did you take your shot today?
My uncle is here! Nini! Nini!
Shot? What are you talking about, Rika? KG, she needs Hyphen's help.
No,
Just tell him
what?
that.
Oh, you're going for.
Oh, sorry. No, never. All right, sure.
Oh, is she gone?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
I'm
Okay.
right here.
Sorry, I kind of just kept going.
I was like, you know what? Go ahead, you know?
No. I've done enough talking.
Keiichi, she needs Ivan's help. Just tell him that Satoko's in an emergency. Hurry up. Chie, let's take her to the nurse office. What's wrong, Satoko-chan? Satoko-chan? Satoko-chan!
Let's call the coach. She needs to see a doctor. Does anyone have his number?
I do. Let's go use the phone in the teacher's office.
Such efficient problem-solving children.
They don't have a quicker way to go and get to the only doctor in the village, though?
Well, they need a phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is the 80s.
But this
They
is
don't
just
have
by
cell phones.
chance. But by chance, Mian just has his number. Like, if she didn't by chance have his number, like...
It's Mion. She has everybody's number in the village, most probably.
Yeah.
She's the one who has to,
Probably.
she's the one who has to gather everybody.
You right, my bad.
She is the boss.
Yep. I headed to the nurse's office after I asked Mion to make a phone call to the doctor. There were lots of students surrounding the office. Chie-sensei was forcing out the other kids who had entered the room with them. I snuck behind her and entered it myself. Satoko was lying down in the bed, still shaking with fear. Ren and Riko were there with her and were trying to calm her down. I spoke quietly so as not to scare Satoko.
Is she okay? What's going on with her?
I don't really know, but she's very scared. She thought the principal was her uncle.
Hearing that made it easier to understand, but it was still hard to believe. He had been right in front of us and had spoken to her in such a kind voice. It was really hard to believe that she couldn't tell that it was the principal.
When there's a dark spot on the wall, what does it look like to you?
What?
People who hate flies will think it's a fly. It may look like a spider or a cockroach if that's what you hate. People tend to sense something they don't like when they can't really tell what that something is. She thought of her uncle when she heard the principal's footsteps.
But she was still scared even after he showed up.
The illness Satoko has prevents her from correcting those misassumptions easily.
What does she mean, illness? I tried to ask Rika about that, but Satoko was becoming even more frightened. Rika held her hand gently and tried to calm her down. Rena tapped my shoulder. She was indicating to me that we should leave Rika-chan and Satoko alone in the room. I agreed with her. Satoko was in tremendous shock.
We're going back to the classroom for now.
Yes, please do so.
Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. How was your stream, Fred? Rena and I left the nurse's office. My classmates were still asking Chie-sensei about Satoko's condition. As soon as they saw me, they walked over and asked how she was.
Let's leave it up to Rika for now.
Immersion
Satoko's-
broken.
Satoko is very frightened. Please don't do anything to make her afraid. She will only get more scared if we continue to make this much noise.
Let's go back to the classroom. Coach will be there soon, and he'll take care of her. You called him, right, Mi-chan?
Yeah, he'll be here right away. He said to let Rika-chan take care of her, and not to let her out of the nurse's office. Get back to the class, everyone. We're going to start homeroom. While the teacher took our attendance, a car arrived on the school's premises. Everyone's attention was drawn to it. 3 people with white gowns came out of the vehicle. Ivan ran into the school in a hurry. We were surprised to see 3 people show up. It made us all worried that Satoko was in worse shape than we'd realized. Chie-sensei felt the same way. She left the class to Mion and hurried to the nurse's office. Despite our worries, Satoko returned to the classroom about 10 minutes later. She was still as depressed as she was in the morning, but she was no longer in a state of panic. Satoko, are you okay now? I think you should rest some more.
I'm sorry for scaring you. I'm fine now.
Satoko-chan.
Satoko seemed bothered by the way we were worrying about her. Chi-sensei also returned to the classroom. At the same time, I snuck out so I could talk to Ivan and his staff. I saw him talking with Rika-chan.
Coach, is Satoko really okay? My butter-son. Yes, she's fine for now. We should keep an eye on her, though.
It was just a little panic attack. She's all good now.
Just a little panic attack? Are you sure? You were saying that Satoko has some kind of illness. Well, I should be going. Please call me if anything happens.
Coach bowed and left without making any comment.
That's one way to dodge the question.
It was like he was avoiding my question about Satoko's condition.
Yeah.
Like, oh, geez, look at my wrist. I gotta go. Bye. Yeah, things are going pretty good.
Daichi, can you promise to keep a secret?
What? Oh, sure.
Stoko's been sick since a few years ago. She's been getting treatment for an illness for a long time.
It was surprising to hear that. That meant she was already sick when I first met her. I'd never seen any sign of that, though.
That disease can't be cured easily, but she can live a normal life as long as she gets proper treatment and medication.
I see. It sounds like it's under control. I had no idea she was sick until you just told me about that. She should be fine, right?
She was hardly in a good condition, so that makes me hesitant to use the words fine. What kind of disease could Stoko have? Based on what I saw earlier, she might have a mental illness rather than a physical one. It might be because of how she was abused in the past. I've heard that mental trauma is not easy to cure and it needs medical attention at times. That must be what's going on with her.
Stoko has to take 2 shots every day. Since her uncle was bullying her, she forgot to take her shot this morning.
You mean Satoko becomes emotionally unstable if she doesn't take those shots?
Rika-chan nodded quietly. Really, it was quite a shock. The Satoko I know is an energetic and mischievous girl who is always bouncing around like a super ball. I couldn't believe that she'd turn into a scared little animal just by forgetting to take a shot.
She becomes very afraid when she doesn't get her shots. When something happens suddenly, or when she hears a strange noise or sees something unusual, she feels like there are things that are coming to harm her.
So she thought her uncle came to the school when she heard the principal's footsteps.
That's right. When she convinced herself that the footsteps belonged to her uncle, that became the truth for her. Even after she saw the principal's face, her mind told her it was her uncle's.
You said she can't organize information quickly enough. Is that what her illness is all about? I don't even want to know what the disease is called. I feel so bad for her. I had no clue that she'd been fighting this condition for so long. That poor girl.
Eiichi, please don't tell Satoko about anything about her illness.
Why not? I guess I shouldn't ask. It might not be a nice thing to talk to her about her mental illness. I guess that's what she's trying to tell me.
She came back to the classroom, but is she okay now?
Ivan gave her an injection, so she's all right for now.
She's seriously sick to the point where she requires a doctor's attention. I realized something in that next moment.
Hey. Oh, I don't like this.
No.
Maybe we can have her be hospitalized.
We can force her to stay in a hospital even if she refuses.
Oh,
That way we can
God,
save her from her
stop.
uncle. Yes, that's a great idea. Oh god.
No.
Ivan suggested that before, but Satoko refused.
Jesus Christ. It's not about her refusing or not. if the doctor tells her to stay.
Ichi, if Shoko doesn't go back home, her uncle's gonna get rid of her Nini's room.
What?
Shoko feels obligated to protect the Hojo residents until Satoshi comes home.
He was taking advantage of her? Tepe was telling her that he'd get rid of Satoshi's room if she didn't stay with him?
That's horrible.
Please don't tell anybody about this. She isn't good at controlling herself, so she might get very angry about this.
She brought up Shion, but I was also furious about it. I had to calm down, though. I needed everyone's help in order to save Satoko. I couldn't ruin everyone by acting foolishly. I had no time to stop.
Damn it. Satoko asked us for help. We could help her right away.
Just because she hadn't asked didn't mean she didn't need it. As her friends, we had to help her. Especially after learning that he was controlling her by threatening to get rid of Satoshi's room.
She told you that he's threatening her, right? Can't we take that as an SOS?
Rika-chan nodded slightly.
Ichi, we don't have much time left.
That I was all too aware of. She had a panic attack just because she didn't take her shot this morning. But if she stayed in her current environment, it'd be too late to save her, even a matter of days. I saw her future when I saw Satoko crying behind the curtain this morning.
This is the third day. We have 10 times more people on our side than we had on the first day. But we're not going to stop there.
Ichi, it won't be that easy to save Satoko. I've tried many times before, but never succeeded.
Really?
You don't remember? But you're different this time. I think you're getting very close to saving her. I believe that you are someone who can defeat fate.
What did she mean when she said I didn't remember? I didn't have time to ask questions, though.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Ask her more questions,
Yeah,
you
seriously.
fucking idiot.
I mean, you're literally just at school. What else would you want to do at this point?
Oh, it's still important to him that he goes to class, apparently, like a fucking nerd.
He's literally one of the oldest children. He doesn't learn squat at that school. Come on.
That's true.
That's true.
He went to
Yeah.
clown school.
Yeah, boy knows what he needs to know at this point. Yeah, you're right. I'll defeat fate. Just watch me.
A huge crowd had formed in front of the library. It was hard to believe that over 50 people had assembled in front of such a quiet place.
Hey!
Oh, God.
Things are getting interesting today. That's my Barasan. He's our leader today.
Yo, glad to meet you!
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
Kameda-kun had brought a bunch of athletes with him. They were all very tall and full of spirit. Being greeted by a bunch of big people at once made me feel uncomfortable. Whoops, I shouldn't feel so intimidated. The commander can't act bashful in front of his troops. Following after them were nameless comrades who sympathized with their plight at Angel Mort yesterday.
The
I hate to
brothers
say
and
it.
horny.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I never expected any of them to actually show up. Seeing them all here to support us made me feel glad. They seemed plenty pumped too, raising up fervous cries. Shrieks? Kamede-kun did so much for me. He brought not only his teammates, but also people from Angel Mort. I couldn't think of enough.
Don't worry, Kay. We're all brothers at Angel Mort. I heard from the people who went to the dessert fiesta yesterday that the dessert named Innocent Blue Sundae is the best one. Let's eat it together this summer. Oh, photographer's here. Hey,
Hell yeah!
Hey.
you're looking especially ripped today.
Yeah!
Keiichi-kun, this is incredible. You gathered this many people by yourself?
Hello. I never expected you'd get this many people here. Good job.
Photographer-san, Creepy-san. Why are you two here?
Oh, you didn't know? They told us they'd come after the meeting last night. The coach is supposed to be here too.
Sorry I made you wait so long. I'm sorry for being so late. It took me a while to leave the clinic.
Wow, Coach, that's amazing! It's amazing!
Coach had brought some sashes, headbands, and banners with him. He was so well prepared. Sashes, headbands read Save Satoko Hojo, and the consultation center must take action immediately. They were perfect for a protest. He had brought lots of extras along, too. Creepy-san and Shion handed them out to other supporters.
You know, Coach, I love that style of yours. But you've earned some respect today. You know, I really like these things. Not all 60 of us know each other. But when we all wear the same headbands, I start to feel like a real sense of unity.
So, just spitballing something here. They've mentioned the dam protests a few times in the last chapter or two, and I can't help but notice how this protest is very specifically not doing the same violent things that the dam protest did to actually succeed.
But
And given that this arc is called the Massacre arc,
Oh no!
I have a bad feeling about how all of this goes.
I mean, but the thing is, but the thing could be is that they're just
Oh,
trying
it feels like I'm back at the damn conflict. The people
they're just trying to provide parallel between this sense of unity as a community of people gather together
But it's
to
not
go
actually.
and
Kayla, this is Higurashi.
This is
I
also
know.
This
this
is
is also
not going
different.
to end well.
This is not like the damn conflict. It isn't.
How so? Oh, because the Hojos are.
Yeah. This is complete opposite. Half the city isn't with them.
so it's gonna fail because they don't have the full unity. They only have partial unity.
That's fair. That is fair.
Hot photographer too.
Hell yeah, hot photographers here. That means their protest is invincible.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say that's his lines. But
Oh!
that too.
It feels like I'm back at the damn conflict. The people of Hinamizawa were wearing headbands and sashes just like these. It was like they were invincible. No one could make them stop.
Hotsun was exactly right. Even the kids from Okonomiya were willing to wear the headbands. It was like we were supporting a baseball team.
Here, Rika. It took us a while to get all of these made.
Ivan.
I'll do everything I can. I'll do my very best to help us rescue Satoko.
Here, these are yours, Keiichi-kun. It felt like a field trip yesterday, but today is totally different.
Yeah, I agree. I figured showing up in greater numbers would intimidate them, but this has way more impact. Bluffs are really important after all.
It's just about time. Call us to attention, Captain.
Captain? Who's the person who set this up?
Keiichi-kun, you need to act more like a leader. Get up there and stand strong.
As I snap your picture.
Vogue, baby. I walked out in front of everyone while Hotsun took pictures. Everyone went quiet and turned their gaze to me. I felt so nervous, but at the same time I also felt really thrilled to see all of our comrades here.
Thanks for being here today, everyone. As you know, it's been 4 days since my classmate Satoko Hojo was taken by her uncle. How could he claim to be her legal guardian? He used to beat her, and he neglected her for a whole year so he could live with his lover here in Okonomiya. The Child Consultation Center must urgently take care of this matter and save Satoko from him. However, they're putting her case on hold. They just don't understand how much of an emergency this is. Today we're going to attempt our third appeal so as to get them to save her as soon as possible.
For those who saw Satoko-chan at school today, you should all know she was at her wit's end after only 4 days. We can't leave her in that environment any longer.
This is our third attempt. We have so many people on our side, too. Let's let them know how important this is. We're not going to neglect our friend.
Amazing. This really is the return of the damn conflict.
My Barakun wasn't even living here when that happened. This is quite interesting. There must be something about this village that brings people together. That's just the culture here, I think. Something like this happening was inevitable.
I come from a city where neighbors don't even know each other's faces. I'm a little jealous.
That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps complaining about the lack of trains.
All the units, but
Prepare for
Okay.
typos.
All units prepare for assault. Give us the order to lay our lives down today, Your Excellency.
Press our demands. Press our demands. Rescue the target. Everyone follow K's command.
Yeah!
Ah,
Everyone had that much vigor before we'd even entered the building. They had to have heard what was going on outside. In fact, panicked-looking people were staring at us out the windows.
Well, here goes nothing.
Ivan pushed me forward, and I took the first step of our third attempt, with a weight of 60 people on my shoulders.
they have adults this time, though.
It's true, more of them. We went through the automatic doors and slowly crossed 20 meters to the counter.
how will they take this? The first day it was just a counselor. Yesterday was a manager. Think we'll get the guy in charge today?
No.
No.
I don't know. But I'm sure they'll understand just how much we care about her. Hello. How may I help you today?
Same as yesterday. We're here to appeal for immediate action on behalf of Satoko Hojo.
At the far end of the office, I saw the manager from yesterday talking to a guy sitting behind an important-looking desk. I could tell he was intimidated to see so many people. Shion said that this was the day we'd finally close the deal, but I couldn't be that optimistic yet. To be honest, our current numbers were probably the maximum number of people that I could get. So what would we do if things didn't work out today? I put up a brave front, but internally I was nearly cracking with the anxiety. But looking at the hopeful, encouraging expression on Rena's face as she walked beside me helped disperse those timid feelings. Rena might hold the very same worries inside of her heart. Everyone must be wondering if we can really save Satoko or not. But today, we were supporting each other by hiding those worries. That was unmistakably our team's strong point. We could never have gathered so much energy and strength if we were alone. That power can only be created when people work together. It takes forever for a drop of water to wear away at one rock, but a tsunami can break into pieces in a second. The manager approached the counter. He started speaking to me, saying that as the meeting room wasn't open today, he couldn't let us all into one room. However, the head of the office was willing to see us, so we could use the reception area in front of his desk. Since the room is so small, however, he asked us to choose 3 representatives to come inside.
I'm truly sorry. We hope you understand this is out of concern for our visitors and show that you are willing to cooperate.
We were here with all these people, and they were only letting 3 of us inside? I wanted to refuse their offer, but Mian told me to take it. If we occupied the office with our numbers, they could fault us for obstructing their business. I think they're intimidating enough. The head of the office is willing to talk with you today. I think that's the best treatment you can get from them.
They're all shaking like scaredy cats.
Meow meow! Still, it's definitely a lie that the meeting room isn't available today.
I think so too. But Mi-chan is right. I think they're intimidated enough.
The head of the office is the top of the whole organization. If he's willing to talk to us, we might have to compromise as well.
If we refuse to see him, that will go on the record. We don't want them to be able to claim that we refused to talk to him.
I think we should make it clear that we're here to have a conversation.
It was good to get suggestions from so many different people. If it was only me, I would have just gotten pissed off and left. That was probably not the best idea. Once again, I felt how important it was that we were a team.
I understand. 3 of us will go talk to him then. But who should it be?
Ichigun, you have to go. Other than you, I think Coach and Mi-chan would be the best choice.
If the head of the office recognizes me, they'll think that this is the Sonozaki family's doing. I can't let him think that since my family has nothing to do with this case. I'm really sorry, but it's those adult circumstances again. Saving Satoshi is our fight. That old hag has nothing to do with this anyway.
You made a little slip there with Hojo.
Listen, she wants to save Satoshi as well,
Oh,
alright?
sorry. I mean, that's totally Freudian slip for Shion.
Yeah.
How about you, Renaissance? You should go and talk with them.
I don't mind, but how about you, Rika-chan? Me? As Toko-chan's best friend, I think you should be a representative.
Rika-chan is a quiet girl, so it'd be hard for them to understand what she's thinking. However, she's Satoko's best friend. She had been living with her for the past year, as if they were family. She has the strongest bond with Satoko out of any of us.
Alright, Coach, Rika, and me. We're going in.
Roger. I'll get everyone under control. Mion winked at me and started explaining the situation to everyone else. And I think that's where we should probably end it, because it's almost midnight. Much as I want to see where this goes.
But the hype music is playing.
But the
I know,
conversation
hype
and the hype music and the anticipation. No, it's okay, don't worry.
It's okay.
We'll continue next time.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see where this takes us next time.
Probably nowhere.
Yeah, but look at that, look at that. Look at all the friends actually getting together. Look at them using the community to their advantage.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that Oreo said, no, I don't want any part of this.
It's unfortunate Oreo is a bitch sometimes, even though she can be a good person.
Sometimes.
She actually can be a good person. She just puts on a fucking facade. We found that out with her daughter.
True.
Yeah.
They both, remember how they both broke nails?
Broke.
Well, ripped
Yeah.
off. Yeah. Ah! Ribbon! Hey, thank you so much for the raid. We were just about to end. Fuck. Don't know. Oh no.
That's what I keep going now for
My
it.
stomach. Oh my.
I think we gotta keep going.
Do we gotta keep going? Fuck. Hey, Deku. Okay, I guess we can go a little bit longer. That's up to you. I don't have anywhere to be. I don't know about you two though. That's the thing. I don't want to.
I'm good.
Are you good? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm good. Let's
Welcome.
fucking go.
Well, yeah, welcome, Raiders. Hi, Killjoy. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I'm Flint. I'm a musician and streamer of roleplay and stuff like the Awesome Ribbon. I play Ebb and Flow, the bards. And right now, my friends and I are going through Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, Higurashi when they cry, a disturbing visual novel. So, yes, triggers. Crimson Phoenix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
Yeah, we're on the second to last arc out of 8 total arcs of this game. First 4 were question arcs where we learned about weird things going on in this tiny town that drives people crazy, and now we're getting the answer arc. So expect spoilers if you have not seen the series, but it is also pretty depressing, but also hopeful as we're trying to save our friend from an abusive uncle.
Yeah.
And
Get rid of a shit ton of people for it.
Yep. So we're going
Mhm.
to petition the Child Consultation Center, or like child
CPS, basically.
Child
Basically
Protective
CPS.
Services in 80s Japan to save her.
For the third time.
Yep.
For the third time.
So
We just now have 60 people in front of an office.
See how this goes. I hope the stream was awesome, Ribbo. Get all the rest and all the hydration and whatever you need, friend. Okay. I never thought I'd be chosen as one of the representatives. I'm not a very good speaker, so really, Rena or Shion should have been picked instead of me. But I just couldn't refuse when they told me that Stoko's best friend should be the one to go. They told us to sit on the couch inside the visitor's room. The counselor, the manager, and the head of the office were there. The way they treated us was improving every time we came. I didn't know if today's appeal would change anything, but I was starting to feel the direction of fate shift little by little.
Oh,
Yeah, here we
no,
go.
Hanyu's
Yeah,
here.
Hanyu.
Oh no.
Hanyu.
So this is God.
Welcome to our god.
This is potential God, you know? Maybe it's not. It could just be
Maybe.
nice, cute little hallucination.
This is the great and vengeful Oyashiro-sama, whose curse
Hanyu.
starts everything bad in this story.
What do you think, Rika?
Things have changed dramatically in only a few days. I have no idea what will happen next.
Hanyu appeared beside me. It had been a while since she showed up. Hanyu was assuming that we still wouldn't be able to save Satoko in this world either. She always felt it was best to just watch what happened without hoping for a positive change. I'd been hurt so many times after being betrayed while hoping for change. Surely that wasn't good for my soul. I've been beaten down over and over again. It's better to be quiet and do nothing. It's better not to expect change. That way, if something bad happens, I won't feel pain. My fate was already a dead end. But was that really true? I did my best in many of my previous lives. However, I'd always acted alone. A miracle only happens when everyone combines their efforts. I was starting to feel the depth of what that meant. But even so, that didn't guarantee that we could save Satoko. This was the best chance I'd have so far, certainly. But that still didn't prove anything. I couldn't call it a miracle just yet. A miracle is something far more dramatic. So this wasn't a miracle. It wasn't a miracle just yet. There was still someone else who needed to reach out for this to become a miracle. Everyone has been working so hard. They truly believe that they can bring about a miracle. Who amongst them doesn't believe? Isn't there someone who's not reaching out her hand like everyone else is doing?
It's Hanyu.
Basically, it's because of Satoko that a miracle won't occur. Things won't change unless she starts seeking help herself.
I know, but that isn't so easy for her.
Everyone is trying to save Satoko, but she's not reaching out her hand in return. Before they even came here, they should have tried persuading her first.
You think we should tell her to reach out her hand?
Yes. I know that's not an easy thing for her, but it wouldn't be as difficult as waiting for another world as fortunate as this one.
In any case, I'm the only one with the key to open her heart. I'm like family to Satoko. I know she thinks the same. I'm not trying to brag or anything. Satoko is like family to me as well. No, my feelings toward her are even deeper than that. It might be only 1 year for Satoko, but I've spent decades with her.
You know, I've just realized something. I know why this isn't a miracle yet.
Why is that?
For a miracle to happen, everyone must come together. But someone is still missing. One person isn't working with everyone. That's why the miracle hasn't occurred.
Are you talking about Satoko?
No. It's me. I'm talking about me.
I had just been observing them like a spectator. I'd been tired of this eternally repeating world and acted like a witch. I had forgotten the powerful feelings needed to change fate. In other words, it was like I was supposed to be an actress, but was just sitting back and eating popcorn. I'm not a spectator. I'm one of the people on the stage. And that's why this play was never successful. In the world where Rena took over the school, if I hadn't done anything, Kichi would have died in an explosion. Because I got on the stage like I was supposed to, the play didn't end that way. I'm a part of this world too. It's such an obvious thing, but I must have forgotten it a long time ago.
I have to open up her heart. I have to set her free from Satoshi. I'm sure someone else can do that too, but I have the greatest chance of success. If I don't get up on that stage again, a miracle is never going to happen.
Rika, you once did the same thing over and over again and got hurt, remember? Are you going to make the same mistake again?
I'm aware of that, but I'll never end up in a world this fortunate again. The cheap resolve to try hard again in the next world will just cause my efforts to reach a dead end somewhere else. Far more easily and in a more hopeless form than it will in this world. This is my last chance. If this world doesn't work out, then I'm going to give up.
What?
Hanya looked at me with surprise. For us, the term giving up means a lot more than what it sounds like. It doesn't only mean that I will accept my fate. It means that I will accept the dead end waiting for me. In other words, accept my death.
Oh.
You know, regrets occur even when we haven't made an effort, you know. I was blessed with such a fortunate world this time. I mean, never thought her uncle would come back, but overall, this has been a very lucky life. And with this wind at our backs, I think I probably unfurled my sails as far as I can. That's why I believe this time will be different. And I also think that if it doesn't work out, nothing will. If that happens, I think I'll be able to finally give up.
Oh, don't say that. Oh.
I'm the only person who can communicate with Hanyu. If I disappear, she will have to go on with her life all alone. That's the last thing Hanyu wants to happen. Perhaps that's why Hanyu says the things she does. She doesn't want my lifespan to wither away by getting hurt emotionally.
You see, I belong here, in this play. You showed me how to enjoy watching it, but the play won't move on as long as I refuse to act. Surely that's why it always results in a dead end.
Rika, I'm sure that one day you'll get another fortunate life where her uncle doesn't come back. I'm sure that you'll roll an extra 6 next time.
A fortunate world like this one, where Satoko's uncle doesn't come back? You're right. That really would be wonderful.
Still, trying to beat my fated death is another issue entirely. That sounds wonderful, but it's still not guaranteed.
Let's wait for another opportunity. Please. Oh, please don't say that you're going to give up after this world.
If I die, no one will ever hear you cry again. All you'll be able to do is make people sense your presence by making noise.
Oh.
Well, I'm heading back to the stage. I'm gonna do what I can. You're sick of repeating all this over and over again, aren't you?
I'd rather repeat everything than spend the rest of my life without you.
Apparently she thinks this time loop that's driving me mad is far better than having no one to talk to. But that's just how she feels.
I want to overcome fate and see what's waiting in the future too. But it
Oh, sorry. This is probably so. I want to overcome fate
Yeah.
and see what's waiting in the future too. But it wouldn't mean anything if you weren't there with me. I'm sure that's similar to my own claim that there's no point in living past June 1983 if I'm the only one who does. My ideal future is to survive past June 1983 and let the happy times continue like always without anyone missing. Honey feels the same way. She doesn't want she doesn't want a world where I'm not by her side. We're repeating this world only because we wish to do so. It wasn't just Hanyu's power, it was one that we shared together. Hanyu wants to be with me, just like I want to build myself a happy future. We both want the same thing. But if I refused to repeat the world again, my long life would be over. Yet I never refused, no matter how sick and tired of it I was. For over 100 years, I kept believing that something good would happen eventually. However, our power is weakening, and we can only go back a few weeks at most. We have so little time left to try and change our fate. If we kept it up, eventually we'd only be able to go back to the morning of the day I was going to die. That'd be a dead end for sure. I don't think a life this fortunate will ever come my way again. If my time was unlimited, I'm sure that will eventually happen. But I can't count on it happening in what time I do have left. Hanyu told me to wait for another chance because she doesn't want me to see me lose myself, but she isn't feeling the same time limit like I am.
It's a nightmare to die over and over again. Before I end up in that hell, I want to pull the curtain down with my own hands. This is going to be my last world. If this one doesn't work out, I'm not going to repeat it again.
Let me translate what she's trying to say. This world is no different from any other world. You're not going to win, so don't bet on this life. Your lifespan is not as short as you think. You should wait for your next opportunity in this endless June. Stay with me until then. Stay with me and wait for the next chance.
That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Then why don't you just pray for us? Pray that we can persuade the CPS and save Satoko. Pray that I can defeat the fate of 1983. If I overcome this fate, let's do all the things I promised I'd do. Let's eat this year's watermelon while enjoying the evening breeze through the window. What kind of fall are we going to have? How much snow are we getting this winter? Let's enjoy the weather. Let's enjoy all sorts of things we've never seen. Let's watch the next episode of that TV show we like. Let's enjoy a future together.
You always said we were going to work hard until that day came, but it's not fair for you to say that you're going to give up when just this life doesn't work out.
I'm sorry that I couldn't keep that promise.
Oh,
I'm sure that we will overcome this fate. You'll be there with me, Hanyu. Let's look up the blue sky when that happens. I'm sure that sky of the summer of 1983 is more beautiful than any sky we've ever seen.
I'm sure I'm going to make a miracle happen in this world. God didn't design humans so they could redo their lives over and over again like me. People usually only have one chance, yet they can still make miracles happen with effort. They work so hard because they know that they'll never have a chance to do it over again. That's why miracles occur. But if I can't make one happen with all that, I just have to give up.
I don't need another life. I'm gonna make a miracle happen in this one. My friends taught me that. They taught me that miracles can happen when everyone works together. So it's going to happen. We will make it happen. We're gonna have a wonderful future in this life.
Rika. Oh.
Hanyu disappeared, sobbing sadly. She was no longer in my sight, but I could still talk to her.
Hanyu, we're gonna have a bright future in this world. Just trust me. If you just give me your power, it might be easier to make a miracle happen.
This is the best possible stage I can hope for. The actors on the stage and the audience before it can help each other. If you wish, you, the audience, can change the story too. I've made my decision. I'm going up on the stage. Fourth wall!
We can't change the story, though.
We tried!
Yeah, we've tried a couple. We've tried every chance it's given us.
I'm not going to complain anymore. I'll do my best, just like Keiichi and my other friends. I'm not going to make any more excuses. I'm not going to wait for another fortunate world. I have to do my best in this one. I'm not talking about my decision to die after this world is over. I'm just saying that people are meant to have only one chance to live. That's why they work so hard. Because I had so many chances to redo my life, I haven't been working hard enough. I was never able to make a miracle happen. In my previous life, Rena took over the school. Because I got in her way, Keiichi made it in time to stop the explosion. The story changed because I decided to get up on the stage. Perhaps in my other lives before that, I could have changed my situation if I worked hard enough without giving up. But I kept giving up so easily and eventually lost my interest in those worlds. And so a miracle never happened. A miracle never happened because I was always relying on the fact that I'd have another chance. Hanyu, I hope you can understand. Please, don't be sad, and work hard with me in this world. I couldn't tell if she understood me. I assertively spoke to the officials about how much danger Satoko is in. Keiichi and Ivan also made their appeals from the bottom of their hearts. I had no idea how the Child Consultation Center took what we said so passionately. All I could do was pray. How was it, Kei-chan?
Well, it felt like a repeat of yesterday. We both went over the same things we talked about then.
We're still not reaching them? I guess they said they look into matters more carefully.
Pretty much. They said they would visit once a week and make a decision 1 month from now.
They're going to leave her with her uncle for 1 whole month? How come they can't understand how much Satoko will be hurt in that time?
My Bara-san clearly explained to them the danger she's facing. He also told them about what happened to her last year. However,
They're really not going to consider it an urgent case unless Satoko-chan seeks help herself?
I don't mean to cut into your conversation, but is it possible for you to get Satoko to ask for help?
He said that he's going to destroy Satoshi-gun's room if she tries to leave him. What a horrible thing to say. They're still not changing their minds? Satoko can't even ask for help because she's being taken advantage of. The purpose of the Child Consultation Center is to protect children. I was starting to get angry the more I thought about it. But as I thought about it some more, I realized that they were just trying to do their job. It was just that our opinions differed about the degree of urgency.
We told them to save Satoko-chan as soon as possible. They told us that she should be fine, should be the one asking for help. Is there any way we can resolve this? Is there any way we can get an SOS from her?
We spoke to them about it. It seemed like they were listening closely to us.
Keiichi.
but it also sounded like they're still not going to take any action.
I wonder if they actually told them about her being fucking, like, not blackmailed, but, like, threatened. Damn it. When the head of the office showed up, I thought I could change things today, but everything went the same as yesterday, and we still weren't able to persuade them. However, I'm sure we're making progress. It might seem like they're withstanding our blows at first glance, but they're feeling the weight behind them. We're not going to give up just because it didn't work out today. We're going to fight until they get off their butts and save Satoko. I told everyone that we're going to do this again tomorrow too, but we might get less people next time. This is really annoying. We're working so hard, but this is all we can do? Damn it. We can't give up yet. We might have less people tomorrow, but we're not going to call off our fourth appeal.
Even if no one comes, I'm going. I'm not going to give up until they agree to help Satoko-chan.
Same here. I'm never going to give up. Thank you, Mion. I'll take whoever comes. Those banners must have looked real intimidating to them. I'm glad I stayed up all night to make them.
Thank you for the sashes too, Ivan.
No problem. I wish I could do more than this. You have the power.
I'm going to get more involved. I was about to give up on saving Satoko, but seeing Keiichi and Ivan talking with the head of office today made me feel motivated.
Rika-chan was always watching us from afar. It made me a little happy to see Rika-chan getting more active in the whole movement. I wonder what Rika-chan can do.
The next time I see Satoko, I'm going to persuade her to seek help. I think I'm the only one who can do that.
The same thing was on all our minds. The issue will be resolved the moment Satoko seeks help. But nobody can say that to her because we all know that she's dealing with the memories of her brother. Satoko, I know how you feel about Satoshi, but this is different. Please ask the Child Consultation Center to help you. As long as you're seeking help, they're ready to save you anytime. Don't be afraid that your uncle is going to destroy Satoshi's room. Please ask for them to save you. But without even knowing Satoshi's face, I could never say that to her. The only person who could ask her to seek help is Rika. She's been living with her for the past year, and she's like family.
That's true. I told her today, but she didn't listen to me. It's sad, but the only person who can really talk to Satoko-chan is Rika-chan.
I wish I could talk to her too. But I agree, Rika-chan is her best friend. If she can't persuade her, no one can.
If we can open Satoko's heart, I'm sure everything will resolve itself. It might be the better approach, rather than going to the Child Consultation Center like this.
That's not quite true. Although Rena isn't wrong either. We both have to reach out our hands. Satoko needs to reach out her hand too. I also have to do the same. If everyone doesn't work together, a miracle isn't going to happen. I didn't work hard enough because I didn't believe we could do it. So the miracle never happened. So I'm going to make a greater effort. So I'm sure Satoko will take my hand. Oh, I can't really explain what I want to say. I'm sorry.
Rika-chan is usually a quiet girl, but she talks a lot every once in a while. Not just because she's quiet doesn't mean that she's not thinking about anything. In fact, because she's quiet, she must have a lot inside her heart that she's never expressed.
Oh, you have no idea,
Oh,
Keiichi.
yeah, my god. We are going to continue our appeal to the consultation center. Rika-chan is going to persuade Satoko. This is the best approach, or at least the best one I can think of. It might be slow and quiet, but now that I'm in the game, I can't quit until I win. If I gave up, I'd lose everything that I bet on. We're going to save Satoko. We just have to work together. But obviously, we don't have much time left to fight. What to do? We're definitely going to have less people tomorrow. In other words, we can't intimidate the Child Consultation Center any more than we did today. I couldn't see any way to break the deadlock with the consultation center, so I had no choice but to swallow down the irritation starting to boil up in my chest and pretend not to notice it.
It's getting pretty dark. Mion-san, you should tell everyone to go home now. I have a festival committee meeting tonight, so I have to head straight there after this.
I need to go to the meeting too. I almost forgot. That meant I had to go too. Well, it wouldn't be a big deal if I missed the meeting. I should still go. The meeting! If I missed
yes,
the
the
meeting!
Well, if you miss the meeting, then that's gonna be maybe a bit of a problem.
God damn. I don't understand most of the things that you're even talking about there, but I don't want to be rude. I'd have no choice but to go.
I guess we need to wrap things up for today. Otherwise, you're not going to make it in time for the meeting.
Neon thanked all the people who came today and told them to meet at the same place at the same time tomorrow. And with that, the third day of our desperate appeal was over.
Hello? It's me, Keiichi. Yeah, I'll eat when I get home. I'm going straight to the assembly hall from here. Dad is on his way, right? Okay, got it.
I called my mom and told her that I'd be going to the meeting without coming home. I'd get there kind of early, but if I went home first, I wouldn't make it in time. Mion, Rika-chan, and Ivan were going to head there with me. Shion said that she was also coming, and now Rena didn't want to go home alone either.
My dad won't be able to be home until late tonight, so I'm coming too.
Oops.
Hope that's alright with you guys. I hope.
That's fine with us. They'll be glad to see a bunch of young people there.
The average age will plummet.
Probably true.
I want to say hi to Uncle Kimiyoshi too. Haven't seen him in a while. We all headed toward the Fruitaday shrine in the dim light. The light was on in the assembly building. Some people had already arrived. Good evening. You guys are early.
Hello, Mion-chan and her friends. Good evening, Dr. Ivan.
Good evening. You're here early.
We don't have anything else to do.
More people started coming into the meeting hall. Everyone seemed to come so early. I should probably come earlier from now on, too. Kimiyoshi.
I thought it's a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, what does
Old man.
Kimiyoshi sound like?
He's an old man.
I thought I saw a lot of fashionable shoes at the entrance today. There are lots of young people here. Shion-chan, it's been so long. What brought you here today?
Everyone bowed to the newest arrival. It was the mayor, Kimiyoshi-san. He strode into the room with the other committee members. Hello, it's been a while. I was hanging out with my sis and just happened to come along with them.
Is that so? Well, you're welcome here. You're coming to the Higurashi festival this year, right?
Yes, I'm going this year for sure. I want to see Kei-chan hosting the auction, too.
I guess it's time for young people like you to take over the festival. By the way, I wanted to talk to you, Mion-chan. Can you come this way?
Fine, what is it? Is that guy from the refreshment booth team still angry?
Yeah, well.
Mion headed outside with Kimiyoshi-san and the other committee members. There's only one room in the building, so they have to go outside if they want to talk in private.
Today's Thursday, so we only have 3 more days until the festival.
Oh.
Are you ready for the auction?
It's not much that I can do now. I'm ready to get up on the stage and do my thing, though.
I think Keiichi performs best under pressure.
Yeah, that's probably
Everyone
true.
laughed. Yeah. We continued to chat about the festival. We talked about what kind of festival young people like us would want to see, that sort of stuff. Suddenly, Mion tapped me on the shoulder. Kei-chan, I need you for a second. She gestured for me to follow her out front without letting the others know. What did she want? Once outside, I see Mion, Chie-sensei, and the principal.
Oh, Chie-sensei, Mr. Principal. Good evening.
Chie-sensei responded to my greeting, but the principal must not have heard me since he didn't. His eyes were closed. He seemed lost in thought. That sight caused our happy, chatty feelings to cool off quickly. My intuition told me this had to be about something bad. I need to talk to you, Maibara-kun.
That doesn't sound good.
Are you going to the Child Consultation Center again tomorrow?
Yes. We'll keep fighting until they save Satoko. That's our mission. I don't know if we'll get as many supporters as we did today, but we're going back there again. Right, Mion?
Maibara-kun, I know you've already made plans for tomorrow, but after that, I think you should wait and see what they do. Thanks to the advice from ACAB-san last night, I already had an idea of the situation.
Is this a warning? Chie-sensei? If our protest grows any bigger, the village officials will have to take notice of it. That's why you're telling me to quit now, isn't it?
Maibara-kun, I think what you're doing is a good thing. You're not wrong to pursue the things you believe in. However... She stopped talking after that. Chie-sensei was supporting us until just yesterday. She even came to the Child Consultation Center with us on the second day. So for her to start saying completely the opposite, I felt slightly dizzy from the shock of it. Kei-chan, let me explain in her stead. Chie-sensei is still supporting us as an individual. However, well...
She being pressured by the Board of Education or something?
Chie-sensei will never bow to pressure. You have no idea how courageous she is. She ignored the Board of Education and came to this village when the Hinamizawa branch school was still not approved by the government. I think Mion told me about that story before. The school was closed when the dam conflict happened. However, the village children still came to the school to learn. There were no teachers there, though, because the school wasn't officially operating. That was when Chie-sensei arrived. After they won the dam conflict, the Sonozaki family and other villagers made an appeal, and the school's existence was finally approved. Our school did not have an easy start. The government was against it, but the villagers forced them to approve. Chie-sensei came along with us on our appeal yesterday. That was very courageous of her, but now people who want to close the school are paying attention to what we're doing. That's basically it. Chie-sensei can't support us openly anymore. Chie-sensei stared at the ground as Mion spoke. I'd never seen her look so sad. If it was just about me, I wouldn't care what happened. I don't want to be a teacher who can't even fight for her own students. But I can't put the whole school in jeopardy. I don't know who told her this. Whoever it was, they warned her not to escalate things around Satoko's case. They threatened the existence of our school to make her obey and pressured her with responsibility so she couldn't take it on her own.
You know, yesterday, ACAB-san told me something similar. In this exact same spot, too. He warned me that if I kept escalating this, then I'd be fighting against the elders who still don't like the Hojo family. Or something like that.
He told you that? Well, he's not really wrong. Mion looked at the ground along with Chie-sensei. I always thought Chie-sensei and Mion were stronger people. So seeing them both hanging their heads like this is hopeless made me feel like we were being pushed into a dead end, and I hated it.
You were just at the Child Consultation Center with us. You told everyone to come again tomorrow. That's the Mion I came to this meeting with. So when did she get swapped with this weak Mion?
When I said when did she get swapped, I immediately thought of one thing. The mayor took her outside the building earlier. Did he?
I see. He called you out here to talk about this, didn't he?
Well, kind of. It felt painful to see her fake a smile like that. She was only out here with him for about 10 minutes. What the hell did he tell her that crushed her spirit?
Mion, Chie-sensei, two of you are the strongest people I know. I respect you very much. I can't even imagine what kind of pressure would cause you to change your opinions overnight.
I didn't feel like getting mad at them. They were just as passionate about saving Satoko as I was. Towards them, I felt nothing but pity. Maibara-kun, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to apologize.
I could feel an angry tone entering my voice. I had enough.
Tell me something. Why do the old people in the village still hate the Hojo family that much? The damn conflict is over. Stoko's totally innocent, isn't she? Why do they still hate her so much? Who hates her? Whose fault is this? I'm gonna have a chat with whoever that is.
I don't think anyone actually hates the Hojo family.
What? What are you saying?
It's true that the Hojo family was an enemy during the dam conflict. The whole village believed that. But after Satoko's parents died, people started realizing that she was innocent. But no one ever came forward to forgive her. I can explain why.
Shion.
It wasn't just Shion who appeared. Ren and Rika-chan were there with her. They'd come out to check on me and overheard what we were talking about. After uniting to turn the Hojo family into their scapegoat, the village is still living in fear. But not because they're scared of them. They're living in the fear that if they end up connected to the Hojo family, they'll be made the scapegoat by the village too. In other words, if you help a member of the Hojo family, you might get attacked by the village just like they did. They still feel that way years after the conflict.
Is that true? Everyone was always so nice to Stoko-chan at school. Only the old people are involved in this. However, they're the core of the village.
They all believe that the leader of the Sonozaki family, my granny, still hates the Hojo family. But that's not true. Granny is also afraid. She thinks that if she forgives the Hojo family, the other elderly people will lose trust in her.
This is really complicated. So mean. Who am I supposed to punch in the face?
God.
The truth is,
Big mood.
no one really hates the Hojo family. They all think we should forgive them. But they can't come forward with that opinion. They're convinced that everyone else still hates the Hojo family.
So, everyone is misunderstanding each other?
That's right. You can ask all of them individually. You'll see that no one really hates Satoko. Her parents' death marked the closure of that hatred. After her parents died, my grandma told everyone not to bother the Hojo family anymore. However, she didn't tell people to forgive them.
That's probably because of my father. Rika-chan's father? Why is that? My father was so laid back that the people started saying he didn't deserve to be a leader in the village anymore.
Rika-chan's dad was a very relaxed guy. I think that helped him calmly resolve things. But at the time, people who were burning with anger about the dam project were looking for a more aggressive leader. So my granny came forward and acted as one in order to unite the whole village. And because of her role as an aggressive leader... Oh wait, that's Keiichi.
And because of her role as an aggressive leader, she can't publicly announce that she's going to forgive the Hojo family?
Yeah. Well, people put a lot of stock into not changing their minds. She can't reverse her policy so easily.
That's terrible! People refusing to forgive Satoko-chan and then blaming it on everyone else? They can't forgive her because they're afraid of what other people might think? That's awful!
During the dam project, a few households actually thought that it would be fine to vacate their homes, since they were getting compensation money from the government. But they couldn't say that out loud. The Hojo family, however, came forward with their opinion and announced that they were willing to vacate. Those households gained courage after seeing the Hojo family, and they almost established a group of people who agreed to leave. I'm sure you understand this after today, but in order to effectively protest something, everyone has to have the same opinion. It's important that the whole village is on the same page. Before the dam conflict, Hinamizawa was tearing itself apart instead of waging war.
They say that it was my father. It was because my father was such a lazy leader. He never thought they'd actually build a dam. He believed that we could reach a peaceful resolution just by negotiating. People thought that was why some families started agreeing to leave. Supporters of the plan to evacuate? That sounds strange. This is the first I've heard about that. People in the village always said they supported the dam project.
She's right. They usually claim that the enemies supported the project itself. It sounds worse if you call them dam project supporters than it does if you call them evacuation supporters, doesn't it? If you call them evacuation supporters, it makes it sound like they're peaceful people who don't want to fight. But calling them dam project supporters makes it sound...
I see. Sounds more like a group of bad people trying to submerge the village underwater.
Oops.
It's all about appearances.
Coach had appeared. He came outside after noticing how we'd been gone.
The village of Hinamizawa was brimming with a sense of unity. Mr. Furaday was not able to unite the village. The Sonozaki family figured out that they could seize power if they were to take charge of that unity.
I'm starting to understand now. Let's phrase it in a different way. In order to unite the village, they attacked the Hojo family, betrayed their sense of community. They used them to intimidate other people. People became afraid of the Hojo family, so that they changed their minds and started protesting against the dam project. They held that if you interacted with the Hojo family, you were probably supportive of the dam project yourself. That's why everyone kept their distance from them. They acted like they didn't even see them. When someone from the family talked to them, they ignored it.
Initially, they were targeting only Satoko-chan's parents, but eventually the whole world was seen as a target.
Family.
The whole family was seen as a target. As a result, her uncle and aunt were caught in the line of fire too. It's kind of ironic. That was the reason they started abusing Satoko-chan to begin with.
Her uncle and aunt were not in support of the dam project, but because of Stoko's parents, they were also attacked. After Stoko's parents died, they were forced to take care of their 2 children. It finally makes sense. I can see the whole picture now.
The dam conflict is over, and Satoko-chan's parents are dead. I mean, family works too. I think the Sonozaki family should speak out and publicly forgive the Hojo family.
But once again, there's an issue. Granny is afraid that the elderly people here will lose their trust in her if she publicly forgives the Hojo family.
Seems like the Sonozaki family is as worried about people taking them lightly as the consultation center is.
I heard this directly from her, so I'm sure that's what's happening. All she could do is tell everyone not to bother the Hojo family anymore. When she dies, she wants the next family head to officially declare the end of the dam conflict and stop discriminating against the Hojo family. My mom knows about this too. I heard about it from her, actually. It's just that old hag's stubborn pride.
Let me ask you this. It sounds to me like the mayor and his people threatened me on and told Chie-sensei they'd close the school. How about them? Do they still have bitter feelings toward the Hojo family?
It's ridiculous. Even Uncle Kimiyoshi thinks no one in the village hates the Hojo family.
It's just sad that the dam conflict hasn't completely ended for these people. They're still afraid of being badmouthed behind their backs if they interact with the Hojo family.
But people like you and Rika-chan interact with her.
I'm young, and I don't have many ties to the town council either. Plus, Rika is special. She's the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. You're the lovely anime girl god.
Yep. Oyashiro-sama was the one who brought humans and demons together, which means...
She was able to live with Satoko, even though Satoko's not accepted by the villagers.
After hearing all this, I'm beginning to understand how difficult it was for Satoko to live in this village. She always acted bright and cheerful in school and in the club. I thought that was her whole world. But I had no idea how she felt when she was walking around alone in this village. She probably went grocery shopping even knowing that people were going to ignore her. She felt the coldness from them, but she was standing strong on her feet. I had no idea she was going through something like that. I knew she went through tough times during the dam conflict, but I had no clue that she was struggling to this day.
What a sad story. And the whole thing is just nonsense, too.
Do you feel that way too, Rena? I feel exactly the same.
No one feels bitter towards Satoko-chan, but everyone is afraid that something bad will happen to them if they interact with her. Whose fault is this? No one's? Is it the land or society making them think that way?
It's no one's fault. Yet they're so worried about everyone else's opinions that they can't forgive her, huh?
Yes. That kind of atmosphere is great when the wind's blowing in a good direction. People would act kindly and help each other. But the case of the Hojo family is totally the opposite. It's spreading like a mold and no one can do anything about it. What do you do with a rotten tatami mat? You have no choice but to toss it out and get a new one.
So the mayor is pressuring us not because he hates Satoko, but because he thinks that if he lets us run free, someone who doesn't even exist might talk badly about him. So that's why he can't leave us be?
I call that someone the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Everyone is afraid of that someone, even though he doesn't exist. Because that someone doesn't exist and they're not a real person. Shion's theory sounded interesting. Everyone follows the rules because they're afraid of that someone. However, even the leaders of the village are afraid of the same thing. Everyone in the village is following the rules because they're afraid of someone who doesn't even exist. They still follow the rules of the dam conflict, think they'll be cursed if they forgive Satoko. Who the hell is that someone? They could only call it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama cursed the Hojo family because they supported the dam project. They still believe that, and Satoko is struggling because of it.
Oyashiro-sama will not curse Satoko. She thinks Satoko is adorable. Please don't use her name for something horrible like that.
Kitchen made a sad
Something
face.
the matter, David?
God. Oh, David's dead.
Yep.
She's the shrine maiden for Oyashiro-sama and the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. I don't think there's a curse in this village at all. Everyone is just convinced that there is.
If that's the case, this isn't the Child Consultation Center's fault at all. The whole village bears responsibility.
Yes, I think so too. And now we need battle music because
Battle music.
reason.
It's a different battle music, though, than the normal battle
It
music.
is. I thought appealing to the Child Consultation Center would have solved the problem, but that's not going to do anything.
A rotten tatami mat, huh? We can't just clean this surface. Even if the consultation center does save Satoko, that's nothing but a temporary fix. I guess we need to throw away the rotten tatami mat so we can save her for good.
I think those tatami mats are all assembled nearby.
I agree.
Nice.
Most of them are within a 20-meter radius of here.
Hey, Kei-chan, Rena! What are you guys going to do?
Take over the meeting.
Mion, you're deeply involved in the village. I know you feel hesitant to save Satoko as one of the leaders here. I understand why you and Chie-sensei almost gave up under the pressure. But I have nothing to lose.
Oh, damn.
Oh no. My butter son, are you really going to? Right here? Oh
Damn,
no.
boy's got balls.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of that rotten tatam. I'm gonna throw all the old people in the garbage.
Shion's just over here like, run to Tommy Mat. Why didn't I think of that name for the hag?
Oh no. Join me, Rena.
Yes! I'm tougher than you think!
I know, but you should settle down just a little bit. I feel like you
Oh my god.
Too serious.
Oh
I
god.
think you could be someone with not bad if you got too serious.
Rika's just like, oh my fucking god.
We're both pretty tough.
God.
Well,
Yeah,
Let's go!
Yeah, let's go!
I understand your position, Mion. You don't have to come with me. Just leave if you think things are gonna get out of control. This is more dangerous than any club activity. I'm damn serious about this.
As next head of her family, she shouldn't agree with me, but she stared in silent approval of what I was about to do. Okay, if you're going to take that risk, then I'm coming with you too.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's the way. Just watch how I'll take care of this.
What about you, Shi-chan? I know you don't care about your grandma at all.
Fortunately, I have nothing to
Fortunate-
lose. I'll support you guys.
Unfortunately, she does not. Chie-sensei, Mr. Principal, I understand your stance. We're not in school right now. Please forgive what we're about to do now.
You're right. I'm not your teacher right now. The principal and I will entrust our will to you.
I'm supporting you guys too. If they want me out of the village, I'm willing to close down my clinic. It's only natural.
God
Oh,
damn it!
God
Ivan,
damn
you had
it.
to ruin it.
Of course. Oh, I can feel everyone's power flowing into me. Spirit bomb!
Spirit bomb!
I'm not even going to try and cool down. I need to be fired up for something like this. As I turned back, I noticed A-caps on my dad. I didn't know how long they'd been standing there.
Yeah.
You seem excited about something, my bar-san. Hey, Cap-san. You told me last night that there are some things that a man can't give up on. We have to take a chance, even when it's risky.
Dad.
H.E.
Don't stop me, Dad. I know it's important to be polite, but I need to do this for my friend.
I'm not going to stop you.
Huh?
He gave me a big smile. I've never seen my dad smile like that before.
I believe in what you just told A-Cap-san. There are some things a man should not give up on. You'll encounter something like that in your life sooner or later. If this is that time, then I'm not going to stop you. Oh, Keiichi-kun's father is so cool.
Of course, he's my dad. He's at least half as cool as me. I'm not from Hinamizawa. I can't take either side, but I'll be watching you closely, my bar-san. When it's make or break the game, take the risk and discard for the middleweight. Something my old friend used to say. I feel like that's gotta sound better in Japanese.
Probably.
You can't compromise once you make a decision. If you're going to forfeit, do so immediately. But if you're going to fight, be confident in yourself. Mahjong uses double-level scoring, after all. Even if you get a small amount of points several times in succession, you'll lose if someone scores a lot of points all at once. You just have to be confident when you're ready to fight. Do you play Mahjong too, my bar-san?
They start talking about mahjong together.
Oh, that was his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oops. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Someone from the committee came out and told us to come inside for the meeting. It was time for it to
yes,
start.
the meeting.
It begins. Alright, let's go inside. I feel like we're finally getting up on the stage.
No wonder we felt like something was missing at the Child Consultation Center.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the stage all along. We were fighting with the wrong people for the past 3 days. Let's go.
Someone pulled my shirt. It was Rika-chan.
Keiichi.
You're not only Satoko's best friend, but you're also a member of the village's 3 families. You can just watch what Rena and I are going to do. But if you're willing to help us save Satoko, I want you to support us.
You're gonna try and change those hard-headed men?
I'm going to change them. I told you before. Fate is thinner than a piece of paper. I'll tear it down with ease.
What's going to happen?
Chaos. They're calling the traditions of the village the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Shin sure has an interesting theory. Is Keiichi gonna smash it in too? Can he destroy the curse of Oyashiro-sama?
He will break it. Keiichi has the power to break everything. It's not just Keiichi's power, though. Because everyone is working together, Keiichi is able to break anything. This energy is more powerful than the lucky 6 on the die.
It's not luck. He is destroying fate with his own 2 hands.
Everyone followed Keiichi and entered the assembly hall. I followed in after them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this with Keiichi. If this doesn't work out, that's it for me. I'm going to give it my very best.
The song is kind of a bop.
It's true.
It is a bop. It's a good bop.
Bom, 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 bom. It reminds me. I'm trying to remember what it reminds me of. Oh, goddamn.
Alrighty.
New tip. Achievement
Oh,
unlocked.
it's still
Underside.
going.
Hell yeah.
I see. We're good as long as we know that the town council and the Onogofuchi Guardians are involved. Please take care of Satoko Hojo-san's case without worrying about it too much.
Wow.
Oh, I will. I'm glad to know that the whole village isn't backing them.
I wouldn't agree with them if they were, though. No matter who's pulling the strings, we must treat each case equally. This whole odd rule that we have to give Hinamizawa special treatment is only due to the precedent set but when we let threats influence us before.
What? Well, you're absolutely right, sir, but...
Please continue to work on this case. The manager for the municipal government assured us that the town council has nothing to do with this petition. It's a problem that our organization is so afraid of one tiny community. As a manager, you should think about that a little.
Yes, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that the village isn't supporting them.
You must act the same way, even if the village does support them. No matter who is behind the scenes, please do be very careful with Satoko Hojo's case. Don't try to give her any special treatment, you understand?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You a bitch.
What the fuck?
Fucking bureaucracy.
Oh, we get the song again. All right. Thank you all for joining us. Woo! We made it.
We sure did. End of chapter 8.
Hell yeah.
How many do we have left?
I don't remember. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah. We're getting somewhere. It's not even Tanagashi yet.
Yeah, it's only a
We're
couple
still
days.
3 days.
It's only a couple days towards Watanagashi, though.
Yep, that's true.
And I have
Maybe a miracle can happen before then.
I have a bad feeling that a whole lot of people are gonna die at one of these protests. But I don't know what's gonna cause it.
I'm trying to remember, are you both good for next week, or was that one of the ones where you can't be there?
You'll be good.
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Then we'll be back next week. I'll be back tomorrow night, I believe, for some D&D, though fuck, I need to make my character sheet. Shit. Fuck, shit. You had to put it out the last second when I've been so busy this weekend.
I'm sorry. I told you guys 2 weeks ago what the criteria were other than items.
But you didn't put them down.
I'm sorry. It was my anniversary this week. I was busy.
I know, but I can't remember to do
busy.
stuff
Not
without have it
allowed.
written somewhere. We'll see how it goes. I will try. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. So until then,
Else.
you're all wonderful.
Yeah, I'll
Look
see
at
you
us
then.
and y'all too. Thank you again, David, Kayla. Go get some rest.
Problem.
I'll see who
No.
we can
Sounds
raid
good.
in the meanwhile.
Okay, bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
oh man, oh man. What do we got? What do we got? I think. Who's doing what here? Let me check. Oh, come on, give me the list, come on. Okay. I think... It's always the hardest part, isn't it? I believe... Yeah. I'm gonna send you to meet Hamsky. Super fun role player. Runs the meat rack. Super great. I very much enjoy anytime I get to spend role playing with him. He has such a nuanced character and I love the fuck out of it. So please send him some love. I'll see you all next time. Oop, damn it. Until then, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Bye!
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder.